button was the friends we made along the way.
Boop.
I am the button. I
Boop.
am the friends.
We are live.
Hello.
Oh boy. Hello, internet. It's been so long. We've missed you. Wow, we all look cute. We're all in the right places. Look at us go, guys. We've made so much progress.
Except we're missing a person. So much progress.
It's fine. I mean, Rakesh is dead at the end of last session. It's really, this worked out fine. Welcome back. It's been a month. We're here and ready to return to the story of AWR. Players are back. They are leveled up. Feeling absolutely spicy, and they're in a pocket dimension brothel. What can you complain about? Literally nothing. No complaints. So, did any of you review your notes enough or remember enough to incite a recap? LOL.
No, I have.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't take notes.
You know what? And that's okay. Not taking notes is fine. In other news, we're just gonna take like 30 seconds for everybody to take a big, deep breath, and we're just gonna let Thomas slide in. Just, casual.
Is Thomas here all of a sudden?
Thomas is here.
Literally like 1 minute after we pressed.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake,
literally
man. I swear to
Murphy's
God.
Law.
I don't know if the other ones are working, so, we'll have
They
to
should
see.
be. Please pause. Internet, everybody freeze.
That's right, internet. Shut down. Y2K yourself.
Whoa.
Why
There's a
do
hotline
you
for
stands
that.
for kill.
I have a very vivid memory of like a Y2K event happening on a kid's like TV channel as a child, and like little green bugs swarmed the entire station, and it was god awful, and I had nightmares for literal weeks because I thought I was gonna get eaten by green bugs. Like, could
Do you
not.
know what Y2K is? It doesn't involve bugs.
Yeah, but YTV treated it like there was bugs involved.
I'm
it
just
was
double checking
awful.
you know that now. After
Yes,
the Pearl Harbor thing.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
Anyways.
Look at the sibling love.
There's no love.
Nothing. No love.
That's going to be an age distinguisher going forward. It's like, how old are you? Like, well, I remember Y2K. I remember being worried about Y2K.
All right, Chris, swap us over as Thomas turns on his camera.
Oh, fuck, which one is
and
it?
we will... The ones near the top.
Aha. Yeah, these are all out of whack as well.
Pause, please, internet.
You're just going to have
Everyone
to
do your
start while I
best
deal
reframe.
with this shit. They're all like just slightly off kilter.
That's fine. I'm slightly off kilter. Kind of my MO. Okay, so Nikki reviewed her notes. Which, 10 out of 10. Did anybody else?
No, because I knew Nikki was going to.
You want to see my notes?
I really do, actually. Is it that single sheet of paper you were doodling on the other week? I hope so.
No.
He's writing them now.
Yeah.
No.
Can I copy your homework? Yeah, but just change it a little bit.
Increasingly.
1 second. There we go. Here's my notes. I don't know if you can read them.
I read that very well.
It's a penis, and then a smiley face, and then it says wombat is cool.
Wow, I understand that all too well. Wow. I am revolutionized, truly.
These are notes. I wrote them about the campaign that we're doing. We're doing show and tell.
It's a story.
It was 3.5 pages of notes.
I got notes, just not for this campaign, but I do got notes.
Love it. All right,
Maybe
we're
next
just
campaign
gonna.
I'll play a character that would take notes By that I mean maybe I won't be lazy next time.
We'll just start from the top and we'll see what chaos everybody says. Buck.
We met the gods and they were widowy, just as big as dicks. They were like widowy, giving you a little gift, and then we got told to go kill Vecna. Widowy.
Yeah, pretty much. Chris, I know you've got your thinking face on, but what happened last time?
I literally got dommed by mommy. Dommy mommy literally fucking dommed me, and is unleashing the power bottom that is Balthazar. So that was my big note.
Did you? Nikki, what do you have?
More.
That's not our cat. Sorry.
No, that's his. They were roommates cat.
I don't like that cat.
They were roommates, and they were roommates.
They were roommates.
We got to redo the dragon fight briefly. Still got our asses kicked. It turns out it was an ancient white dragon, which was Thaben. So we think that Thaben was thinking that he was fighting something else or whatever, but we saw Mateo, whatever he saw, we don't know, but he's actually in Carceri. He is not in the flesh plane. We have to possibly free him. We have to free Lucian and Eleonora from there. Harry might be trapped in there. So when we talked to the gods, they were like, well, you can do whatever you want because you're stuck in Carceri right now, and we're going to need you to kill Vecna while you're in there. That's where we're at. You did.
I just said Wombat. What do you remember?
Wombat is cool. That's what my notes say.
You know what? Spot on.
We must have missed a piece because I don't remember that part.
Me neither.
Oof. Yes, all of that is very, very accurate and very, very true. I mean, the Wombat is a cool thing we haven't decided on yet, but
That's not Charlie.
true.
That's a different cat. Whose cat
that's
is
what
that?
I said. That's not our cat.
Oh, sorry.
Not
I
our
was,
cat.
I was
It
doing
is
the
that they were
cameras.
roommates' cat. I'm telling you.
I couldn't see.
This is not our cat.
When I'm doing the cameras, all the cameras are grey to me, so I have to keep flicking between Discord and this to stretch them out.
They're
which is
doing
why...
like the Pongo and Perdita thing from 101 Dalmatians. They're going to get their owners together by falling in love themselves.
Oh, yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
a different timeline.
Different reality.
TVA
No, then he
is
would have been
coming.
on time.
All right. So we pick up this week with the party having landed in the basement of the brothel. Balthazar had conjured up using the rod of security. Some of you spent the nights praying. Others spent it in a long death slumber. Others of you perhaps laid awake restlessly, trying to gauge the happenings of the world and what you're going to do next. But our story is actually going to start not in the depths of Carceri. Our story is going to take place for a brief moment, but in the Feywild. Anawana, when your party had previously left the Shadowfell and returned to the material plane by way of teleportation, all you had on the mind was your family. Your mom kept telling you she was going to see you soon. Your dad was mysteriously fine. You know, the vagaries that parents provide when something is all but not right. As you are in this chaotic tetracolor span created for you by the planescape, you find yourself in the Feywild. No friends to be found. Just you. In the family home you grew up in, just south of the Bloom. You are in the autumn cottage where all of your family is there to greet you. You spend the next days, weeks go by. You practice your druidic training and your herbalism with your mom. You watch the neighborhood children run and play and live life joyously with no inclination of what's going on the material plane. Until you find yourself asleep. The suns and the moons that float over the city of your home. You look up and you see stars. Not stars that you're used to, those stars, the material plane. The constellations line up to be the moon, Solaria and Hysteria. You see the Dancer and the twins. And you drift off into a deep slumber until you awake. You're in a chamber. There are 7 pedestals in front of you. And these pedestals are thick, black and gold and white marble. And you're on a much smaller platform, not 30 feet from them. Standing some 30 feet taller than you are the visages of 7 powerful beings. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check, Anawana.
D&D Beyond says 18.
Okay. You know you're in the Divine Tribunal. You've read about this in stories. You thought it was just that, a story. Go ahead and follow it up with a religion check.
D&D Beyond says 18 again.
Nice. You recognize the figures in front of you, although you're not sure why you know them. Some of them you've encountered. Your own goddess Shati is there. You see another semi-familiar face, but only way of passing. You see the Lady of Loss. You see a androgynous figure with long golden hair carrying a bow. You see another individual, much simpler in appearance, with a red cord around their wrist. You see a gentleman who represents the typical warrior aesthetic. And you see a woman in a long black cloak with a white porcelain mask on. And they look down to you, Anawana, and just stare for a moment. Just observe you. What do you do?
She will do the polite kind of curtsy bow. And just say, pleasure to meet all of you. Why am I here?
The individual on the end with the blonde hair and carrying the bow to their back looks at you for about a moment and ponders their words very carefully. It's time for you to stop running and thinking about your family when there's a greater problem in the world, Anawana. Your friends need you. The world needs you. And quite frankly, the 7 of us need you. The Lady of Loss steps forward and kind of cuts in, her tone much sharper than everybody else's. We obviously don't agree on much, but the 7 of us have decided that this is a big enough problem that some of you need to get your heads out of your asses and put in the work. We can't do it. Frankly, there's no way we're getting that far down in the depths of the ice. So, we've picked the best we can. And that's you. And the other ones. Them too.
I knew I had to go back eventually.
And eventually is now. You've had enough time. Relaxing. Spending time with your family and saying goodbyes, although you don't know their goodbyes. Now, Chatouille looks to you and goes, I understand this is a lot. And you're not sure how to process. And that's okay. We won't judge you. We're here to help. And she sends a small green orb that she plucks from her dress your way. It's about 4 inches in diameter, and it has this radiating mossy green colored glow. This orb will lead you on the path you need to follow. You will take it to your friends, and they will show you where you need to go.
All right. Thank you. Greatly.
In addition, I will gift you my wisdom. And she sends forward a softer pink orb, much smaller, and you watch Anawana as it jets out towards you and impales you in the stomach. This light pink ball, your skin begins to glow, those spots where they previously began to go white, and the skin that was white, your hair that was turning that icy color, slowly begins to warm and turn that familiar orange and copper and brown tones that you're accustomed to. Now, follow the orb. It won't last long, but a mere 6 days. We will get you to your friends and you will get there safely. Do you understand?
I understand.
Excellent.
Thank you for letting me see my family, if this turns out to be the last time.
The will of one beats the drive of many often. Good luck, Anawana, and may you and your friends be successful. And for but a brief moment, Anawana, you feel empty inside as you look up and the looming eyes of the matron just glare down at you. And the orb, the green, mossy, agate-colored orb, begins to vibrate and shake. And you can see it darting around and pulling you around this chamber before it starts hovering and gliding at a decent pace, about 30-odd feet ahead of you. But it begins pulling you through different corridors and hallways and up an exuberant amount of stairs, like an otherworldly number of stairs. Like this is your cardio for the next century number of stairs. And you continue on. And you continue on. Back in the pocket dimension, there is no light. There's no darkness. Time does not change. The seasons do not progress. The lot of you are still. The healing power and protective energy surge and allow you to regain your strength and then some. And eventually, those who spent the night drinking wake up in a less than cute slumber. Those who spent the night praying passed out, reading their scripts or hands in thought. And those of you who spent the night aimlessly working away to ensure one of their own could come back from the dead, performs their own prayers in hopes of getting the strength. But as you all finish your individual rests, your individual tasks, the four of you eventually meet up to discuss the corpse in the room that is Rakesh. What's everybody doing?
Struggling with
Well,
quite the hangover. Gonna head up and see what's going on with... See if the magic old man has suddenly returned to life like he usually does.
Do they make coffee and do they make breakfast and coffee in this place?
Oh, I don't know. It's the first time I tried it. Let me... Servants make coffee and breakfast.
And as you clap, Balthazar, a menagerie of scantily clad individuals of all races and genders appear from the woodworks of different rooms and temples, and they all just, in different states of dress and undress, come and eventually start wheeling out all manners of international delicacies, ranging from the Rotundian croissants to the New Azurian stews to the spice breads of Astropora. There is a plethora of meal and caffeine for you to indulge in.
Yeah, enjoy. I'm going to have a Bloody Mary and see if I can get my head out of the stupor.
I'm able to start making up plates for everybody. Laying out a table. Quietly being busy.
Callus will go and check and see if there's any movement from Rakesh.
Rakesh is normally quite gaunt in the face. Shallow cheekbones, inset eyes. He doesn't look typically sickly or undead in any way. But today there is a little bit more of that. He has a little bit of a lighter skin tone. Some areas of his body has begun to decay. Not decay, sorry, settle is the better word. You can see the muscle fibers aren't quite there. There's no definition to his arms. However, there is the lightest bit, and Callus, you'll pick up on this with just your overwhelming knowledge of the gods at this point. There is something around him that at some point stopped the process. You feel a little bit of divinity peeking out of an otherwise overwhelming blanket of necrotic energy. Whatever has killed Rakesh before, or brought him back before, was struggling to fight through, but something or someone decided that was not the case.
Right, yeah, something's happening to Rakesh, but yeah. Something's happening, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad something.
It's interesting to have him here for this process instead of him dying, us leaving him somewhere, and him magically coming back.
I feel like I should really be taking notes, but the croissants are really good. I'm going to see if I can find some cigarettes as well. Let me know how it goes. Like, I don't get much time to do this now. I'm like full-time dad mode. It's time to go crazy, go wild.
Dio's like on the ground behind Rakesh, and you can tell he's been like preparing a ritual in case the gods didn't follow through. And he just looks exhausted. They are completely disheveled. Like they still aren't keeping up their glamour very well, and they're just kind of like, well, kind of like Balthazar said, kind of taking notes on Rakesh's whole circumstances. Like he's poking old wounds on Rakesh's like back and looking at age spots, because just before this guy died, he was also de-aged a bunch by a Deck of Many Things card. So Dio is like, the fuck?
Yeah, Dio, go ahead and make me. I'll allow you to pick. You could either pick Arcana or Religion, or I'll also allow for straight intelligence.
Gosh, wow.
I know, so many
you picked
choices.
some nice ones for me, especially considering how
I'm
smart
nothing if
Dio
not
is.
benevolent.
I don't think Dio's smart. Oh, I got a +2 intelligence, but no, I think I will do... They're all the same. I'll do Arcana. 11.
In your studies in that have been loose, but more so from the lore you've heard from different people in your life, whether it was while you were off
Balthazar.
in the Feywild training, from Balthazar sharing secondhand knowledge, or perhaps just being in the right place at the right time and overhearing some particular conversations. There was some kind of necrotic evil force at work with Rakesh in the past. You can see the veins popping out and becoming more present in some parts of his body. They are black and death worn, whereas in other parts now, they look to slowly be warmed up. There's tones of red and tones of pinks and that blue vein color with the blood coming through. You've heard of people being brought back from the dead before, and something about them changes. It's not a pleasant experience. They're not necessarily the same as they have been. But there's now a ward on him, and your arcane knowledge and your little bit of religious knowledge is showing that someone put a protection on him to block out the necrotic energy.
I cast Exposition and ramble on for 3 minutes, mostly unintelligible, but eventually get that out to the party. It's like he's it's like the gods gave him his vitamins. I mean, he's detoxing.
I think, we just gotta let him cook.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that dog in him. He'll be fine. No cap.
I don't know what any of those words mean, but I brought you breakfast. And she sits down next to Dio and just like sits down on the floor next to him, or in a chair next to him, wherever he is, and just like shoves a plate into his hands to make sure he takes it.
He kind of does that thing where, like, the minute it touches him, he somehow, like, slides it off onto the floor. And, like, the drumstick that's in his hand is just, like, poking Rakesh's, like, calf. Before he, like, shakes the drumstick and it turns back into a guitar pick and he clips it on his earring. I don't...
Need to eat.
I mean, I will. I have been a little bit, and, like, it's around him, there's, like... peanuts from the bar.
Mm.
You need to eat food.
Some would argue peanuts are a great source of protein and sodium, both
As it
things that are
turns
needed.
out, I am very limited in my knowledge of biology, but I believe that changelings need more than sodium and protein to function.
Come walking back into the room with a bottle of vodka and smoking. Dio, you can like do whatever you want, okay? You do you, bestie. Okay. So what's going
Hey,
on with the old
Balthazar.
man?
He's on a cleansing run right now, but like a divine one. The gods decided it's time for green juice. I mean,
What?
he had like this
Time for
necrotic
green
energy in him. I think we could all tell from before it was radiant. Well, literally the opposite, but it was radiating from him. Now it's like it's being filtered through divine goodness. I guess I don't know. I don't.
Well, if it's the Raven
Despite
Queen's doing, it's neither good nor bad.
I was gonna say, despite how much I appreciate the gods and what they do, I know they don't do it for no reason. So they clearly want him at his best for whatever's coming.
Maybe they're just keeping him alive just to die at the right moment. You ever think about that?
Do you think
You
he's
ever
going?
have, like,
they're
a
going to let him
special-
do death by cop? Do you think that that's what they're trying to let him do?
You ever have like a special toy that your mom would always fix for you, like every time it broke a little bit
No,
until
we
you're
didn't.
old enough and you didn't need it anymore?
We didn't have toys. We had like garbage from the street, but you know, yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I had a hand-me-down blanket from Damascus. Mom kept sewing it and patching it, and I mean, eventually it wasn't even that blanket anymore. It was just a bunch of new fabric, but that's a different issue. What I'm saying is
Yes, like the blanket of Theseus. I've heard this story.
yeah, no, it was Damascus. I said.
Oh,
We have the same
No,
proverb, but it's about Trevor's broom handle because you know he's had the broom replaced like 17 times. It's not even the same broom.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying though is it doesn't actually apply to that one. It's what if the gods just aren't finished with him yet, and when they are, they'll pass him on to whatever's next.
how long do we have to wait before he's whatever he's going to be?
Listen, if I was gonna do it, it was gonna take like half an hour. So the fact that the gods are taking this long is worrying. They're really like scrubbing the insides. It's like when you rent a hotel room, house cleaning has to go through first. So whoever's renting him next clearly wants it scrubbed.
May leans over and puts one of the barbecue chicken wings from the bar from last night under Rakesh's nose and just says, "Are you awake? There's chicken."
Rakesh, you are not dead, but you are not alive. You're somewhere in that perpetual state of solitude. You feel like you're being tugged on by two different entities. One part is pulling at you in a very painful way. Nails deep in your skin, stretching your body. You feel a burn in your core that hurts. But somehow this is a familiar pain. You've felt this before. It's almost comforting in the sense that you know what is to come. But in the other way, there's a light. It's a very soft light. It's a very soft glow. And it's far away. It's nowhere near close to you, but you can see it.
You
And
need
ever
to repeat because you cut.
there's a glow, a soft glow, And it's not close to you like this burning, scorching pain. It's far away. It's in the distance. Along with this soft glow, this soft light, you hear familiar noises, familiar voices, but you can't make out the words. Their language is unobtainable. The dialect they speak is unknown. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to go to them. Go to the light. Not the scorching. But
Do not go to the light. Sorry, I thought I was muted.
Sets of hands begin to crawl up your body, Rakesh, and you watch as you begin to bleed down your side. It's almost like you're watching and experiencing from the outside. You push through and you walk and you feel the necklace, the beads around your neck burn. They're pushing into your chest. You can feel your heart beating. You're struggling to walk forward. There's no way to walk forward. Something's holding on to your feet. And you look down. And you see bodies laying around you. Some of them familiar, some of them not familiar. But you begin to look. And slowly, you see the faces of everybody they made you kill. Every man, every woman and child laying around you, pulling up at your arms, pulling up at your legs. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. Begins to echo through. But you push. You hear music. Happy music. It reminds you of Dio. You hear the laughter and light-hearted smiles of Anawana playing with the children at the House of Light. And then the hands reach into your ribcage again and begin pulling you down. They're heavy, but you keep pushing, dragging these corpses along the ground with you. The smell of grain liquor fills your nose as the warmth of red cord wraps around your hands. You begin thinking of Balthazar and Callus as you push and you push. And then you hear a constant nagging. A voice telling you to get it together. You're not done. It's May's voice. And somehow this nagging is encouragement. You keep pushing and fighting, and you're closer to the light. Don't leave us. Don't leave us. Don't leave us. Leave us. It begins echoing throughout this deepened black chamber as you begin pushing and crawling and fighting. At the end of this light, Rakesh becomes a figure. You see a porcelain mask all too similar to the one you were donning on your face. A long black coat with light trim train running down her back, spreading out around. She turns her back to you and walks into the light. Farther into the light. She becomes but a spot in the distance. Those who have been in this pocket dimension and just observing Rakesh watch as Malin wags a chicken bone under his nose. Nothing happens. But time passes and eventually 30 minutes eclipses. Balthazar chain smokes half a pack of cigarettes and Callus prays through an entire red cord. And Awana, you're walking, following this glowing ball until you find yourself at a fountain, a rushing fountain, surrounded by 9 tall statues and a small Haragon there, twiddling a dagger between his small paws. And after some light conversation and a gentle roast on his behalf, he opens you a portal. And this ball pushes itself through this gate, and you are in the cold scape of New Azure. But it's not the same as when you left. The ground is thawing to a degree. The light gray, cloudy, cold tones are present. You're not used to this. There's ice on some of the buildings again. It's just not right to what you're used to. But you follow this ball and you weave and wove through the dark streets and the damp alleyways, and you end up at a bar, a busy bar. But you follow it anyways down some stairs, and eventually you are in a room. The room has all kinds of notes and papers and books astrew, and you follow it into a deeper hatch behind a doorway through the tapestry. And you're going and you're going. Those who are watching Rakesh's body, you start to see those black veins fade entirely and parts of his skin plump up. His cheeks are a little flush. They've got a little bit of a golden glow to him. But another hour passes by for the 4 of you watching this body. As Anawana, you've traveled for what feels like days on you. You're weak, you're tired, you're thirsty. Planar travel is hard, and this is no exception, as you're thrust into the cold. Rakesh, you keep pushing, and you eventually shake off arms and bones, and you no longer hear the cries and the begs of people wanting you to stay, wanting you to rest. Eventually, Dio and May, as you are the ones watching closely, and Callus, you see part of this out of the corner of your eye. Balthazar, you're too indulged in your own pleasures to notice or care. There's a slight rise to Rakesh's chest. It's little, but it repeats. It's like his body is trying to regain and push blood back into his form.
All right, he's breathing again. Can you eat now, Dio?
Muted.
Yeah, maybe. We'll just see how this goes. I don't want to.
Why don't you
miss
walk
it.
away for a minute? I'll stay here. I'll let you know if anything happens.
Yeah. Okay. Dio kind of wanders off, and he's like, "I'll just be over here on this couch, but I'll be watching." And like he sits down, and he's like conscious for about a minute, and then he just.
Yeah.
And that is when you all learn Dio snores.
I always knew Dio snores.
Normally, I shape change to make my nasal pathways better, so I don't, because it's not sexy to snore.
Nah,
But
Dio 100% honk me's.
Exactly. May, as you let Dio sleep and you let everybody else indulge, you watch. And another 2 hours pass as the color begins to fully return to Rakesh, and his breathing is less shallow and more rhythmic. You see the black veins gone, and the scar that covers a good portion of his chest does not disappear, but it does shrink. The beads that he wears around his neck are still present, and they are still that deep bloodlust red. But one of them is fading. One of the 8 beads that rest on his neck is fading until it's gone. It's
Like the
just
bead goes away or it changes color?
color goes away.
Okay.
It's black.
Are you a cat, Rakesh?
Sasha, does this happen when I get you rid of you? Does your little beadies go black?
And sorry, go ahead.
I don't think he can hear you yet.
Wake up, old man. I need to get more clothes on you.
Anawana, where you stand is an empty tundra. As far as your eyes can see is sheet white glassy ice. The winds are cold and heavy. They brush up against your warm eladrin skin, and you feel damp as the ice tries to form, but your internal heat just melts it away. Rakesh, you're pushing, and you're trying, and slowly the gibberish that you've been hearing begins to become words. You can hear the clear articulation of things people are saying. In fact, you hear Callus say, "I don't think he can hear you yet." And eventually your eyes start to come to. You're looking up at a wood barn-style roof, your eyes blinking into consciousness. Rakesh, you're slowly waking up as you've been brought back to life.
Yeah, welcome back. Have you considered wearing shirts?
Rakesh will stand up and throw up. That's
May immediately goes to try and catch him.
it's not my first time, but the first time I remember it.
I get some servants to come and clean up the vomit and give Rakesh like a fantasy Powerade and some breath mints. I don't know.
Press to digitate his mouth.
Yeah, I could do it, but
Yeah.
I'm
Welcome
gone by
back, old
this
man.
point.
I guess. I'm back.
Not over
Differently
yet.
this time, though.
What?
What the? I think the Raven Queen did it this time, which is interesting, considering.
I guess she saw something in me.
I think she just doesn't want you going back to them.
How do you?
What are you
How do-
talking about?
Never mind.
How do you feel?
Hold.
Old.
Yeah, it's hurting all around and yeah.
I can imagine it would.
Well, don't worry. We brought you back just in time to go kill a god again.
Yeah, but the thing is that I saw a lot of things and about what I did that I didn't remember.
Does that mean that you want to do more killing gods or less?
What did you do?
More killing God, but
What did you do, old man? Yeah?
That's rude.
If I say it, I will need to kill you.
Mm.
Okay,
Nah, I'm
let's,
kidding.
let's do it.
I just killed a bunch of innocent people, I think.
Just the
Like-
usual.
Yeah, like kid and
Why?
because I was ordered to. I couldn't control myself back then.
Rakesh, do you need some time before... I think that we have... Balthazar, do we have this? Whatever this is. How long do we have all this?
As long as we like. I think.
All right.
Let me read
It's
the
like 600 days or
instructions.
something.
I'm gonna get one of the servants to read the instructions to
Get the
me.
user manual out.
Staggers into the corner to try and look through some drawers. Just finds a lot of old bank statements. No. No.
Well, Rakesh, you were something of a tactician, weren't you? Just come back to your microphone for just 1 second. I just have more
Let's
things
just
to
let
say.
the
to
cat
you.
out.
We
But
can
not
st-
our cat.
We can stay here for 200 days if we like.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you want me?
You're something of a tactician, right?
Yeah. Depending on
Okay.
what. If it is
So
on
here's-
love,
No, I do not need your advice
Okay,
on love or
yeah.
relationships. This is strictly warfare. So we have trapped in Carceri, potentially, Theban, Lucian, Anuana, Alanora, possibly Anuana, Haragash. Who else? Who else have we got? The Traveler.
Rumble.
Harry.
I said
Dio
Haragash,
says.
yes.
I don't know who that
That's the
is.
He's really cool. He's
Who do
pretty
we-
smart, just not as smart as me.
Isn't your guy friend Harry though the monkey with a gun? And
I think the Traveler and Theban are our best first stops.
But what are you asking there? Because you're just
Where do we go
enumerating
first?
facts.
Where do we go first?
As much as I love Lucian and Harry, I think that the best we can do is to go for Tabian and the other guy. Forgot his name. But
Traveler?
yeah, the Traveler, yeah. And go for the
That
Traveler.
god that
because-
you were worshipping not very long ago.
Yeah. But yeah, we should go for them because they grow power as we speak.
Well, that's my thought. Is if we can get those out
Yeah.
first, then they can help us get to the other
Yeah.
three. Right.
And yeah, and killing them will do good way faster for people.
Killing them.
Yeah,
Killing who?
Baben.
Teban, and the Wanderer.
Why are we killing them?
Wait, we're killing them now?
We're not killing the
I-
traveler.
We're not-
Just Baben.
I thought we killed the Traveler.
Not the real one. Also, you're meant to be sleeping. Rest, damn
Keep
it.
waking up. You guys talk so much.
I think I can explain this, and I'm going to get like the conspiracy chalkboard out and start putting a load of pins and getting really, and just let Dio know that the Traveler wasn't real and blah.
Balthazar.
Harogash is the guy that's the monkey with a gun, but he is not
What?
actually a monkey with a gun.
But yeah,
That was a misunderstanding.
Yes.
Balthazar and
But no,
Callus. Make me
I'm
straight
talking-
intelligence checks.
I was
I'm not
talking
good at
about
these.
the Malin. I was talking about the Xander.
24.
Did
Oh,
kill him?
We already killed Xander.
Oh yeah.
Xander's
Okay.
gone.
Okay, good. So yeah, so we go save the Traveler and we kill Teban.
But Xander was Warden of
No, not
Carceri.
kill Theban.
Because I think that's what can do the most
We
wrong
need
in the world.
Theban.
I'm gonna let the DM talk. She says you're gonna explode.
Because why do we need Theban?
I just want to just jump. You guys can continue this because this is wild for my little pea-sized brain to watch happen right now. Please continue. Callus, your memory of your time in Carceri is small memories.
Small-brained,
Small brain,
Callus.
small memories. You just know it's a very large place. That's about it. Balthazar, bestie, honey. There's like 6 layers to Carceri. There's a lot. There's a lot of space to pick up, and a lot of space to search. That's all. Continue. Please continue this very entertaining debate of priorities of who to go to. Please continue.
I'm gonna sit there quietly knowing this and then just let them hash it out. Never gonna smoke again after this.
We need Theban. Rakesh, I don't know that you are 100% listening when this particular bit happened, but you heard the part about Eclipsa going insane because her patron is locked in a prison plane, and that is causing the destruction of our home, yes?
Yes.
So we need to let Theban out. We'll deal with Eclipsa first, but Theban can help us for now. We're not killing Theban when we have to go kill Vecna. That is a waste of resources.
Okay. See.
Okay, just so I could lay that all out. Now, everybody else, what are your thoughts?
Well,
Balthazar.
like you know Carceri, right? You know like this.
I know of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let me get this
You were
string board
there.
again and like completely
Okay.
clatters over into it. Imagine it like an onion. Yeah. There's like 6 smaller onions inside. And then you peel
It's
the
not
outer
different onions. It's onion.
layers. Layers. So I think they go deeper as you go in. So we're most likely going to find the baddest thing in the furthest layer, deepest layer.
Which layer are we in?
Like the top one, like the not even layer, like surface one.
How do you know?
Go ahead. Yeah, go. Yeah, continue. You know what? I'm gonna shut up. Continue.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You-
100% is like, we walked in, of course we're at the top layer. Where would we be? Like the middle one?
We just fought what we think is Theban. Would they be battling across layers?
It will get worse. Like this is, a different realm. And in my mind, if we go in, it's big and it's deep, and we're going to have to look for people. I think you're most likely going to find the people you just said deeper in. We may find the Moon
Okay.
Shadow and Elnor further up.
Well, if we wind up stumbling across them, I'm not suggesting we walk by them.
No,
What
but
is-
we may
what
need
is,
their help to free the god and Theban.
Question.
Hmm.
What's the purpose of Carceri again? It's just a prison? Is it
Prison.
someone in particular's prison? Who made it?
It's like the god's BDSM dungeon, but
The gods?
not as
Why
fun.
don't they just let someone out?
Hmm.
Because there's no warden anymore. Would be my thought.
They have like a very small grasp on the material plane, never mind other planes. So
Yeah, I know that. I just don't get. I don't get the prison thing. I don't get it. I don't.
and Balthazar then starts
Also,
explaining how gods and mortals
Prison.
work via
No,
a pyramid scheme.
I get that. I'm literally. No, I get that. What I don't get is Carceri itself. It was the god's prison, and then
I thought it was made to contain the Eldritch Horrors. Am I wrong?
No. The Eldritch Horrors were contained in Shinetti Carnesi. which is a flesh realm created by O the Repenting. Well, of O the Repenting. It's a fairy
Right.
tale, probably not real.
Well, then Carceri must be a jail for other gods.
Yeah, so, but like, how. Typically, you only go. Okay, I'm about to sound real privileged here, so I apologize. Typically, you only go to jail when you do something wrong.
Incorrect. Sometimes you go to jail
Balthazar?
because you have
Balthazar.
littered or you have done the wrong thing in the wrong time. Or
Yeah, so when you've done something wrong,
no,
you
you
go to
didn't
jail.
do anything wrong.
So, how do we pick who goes to Carceri? And I'm just saying,
Callus
what if
looks like
what
he's
if
about
Lucian
to say
belongs
something.
there?
Just
In his head goes, "You should skate."
Just saying, what if Lucian shouldn't get out on bail?
I got locked in Carceri.
Did you do something wrong? What did you do to offend whoever put you there, is what I'm asking. I'm not saying you did something wrong. I'm saying someone decided, in their opinion, you did. And then you went there? Or, like, how did you get there?
I don't really know. It was wrong place, wrong time, I guess.
Dang.
Preach. Wrong place, wrong time.
Shut up, Balthazar. This is different.
Oh.
I mean, like I said, I've been to jail before. Typically short stints. But, like, I know what I did was not great. I'm just saying that someone's making the moral choice here, whether skewed or not. Sorry, May.
That the place that you went when you were being held by Bella Luna was Carceri.
I'm pretty certain it was, yes.
In which case it was being held for selfish reasons, not because there was anything wrong other than the quality and attributes of blood contained in Callus's body.
Another thing to remember when it comes to being locked in Carceri, my body was still on the material plane when it happened.
So we're saying that, like, Lucian's corpse could just be lying around.
Potentially.
Because gods and stuff, they don't got, like, physical forms. So if they were trapped there, it would just be trapped there. But mortals, we tend to have flesh prisons that we live in. Huh. I'm just saying, like, are we sure we should be freeing the people here?
Callus, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Gang.
Like, I know these are your friends, but that's a dumb question.
You
I'm
always
confused.
gotta save your friend from prison. Okay. Just gotta be
Back
done.
on this bullshit, are we? 14.
You take 12 points of psychic damage as all this talk of Carceri begins to unleash some awful flashbacks in your brain.
Yeah, I was actually about to start just rolling wisdom saves for myself.
You remember seeing constant rain and snow. It was dark and it was black. The clouds were thick and impossible to see through. And as this liquid came from the clouds, as the clouds cried, this viscous ichor melted stone. You remember a ship, a large sailing vessel. You remember watching other souls be thrown off the side or brought in. You remember sailing. Go ahead and make me a... Let's just call it another intelligence check. But I'm going to give you advantage because of the circumstance. We'll see.
14.
You don't know what layer of Carceri you were on. But you remember being pulled through 4, maybe 5 different portals. Your body being beaten and abused every time. You were always the first one thrown through to see what the outcome on the other side looked like. You remember being put in a crystal. It was being carved while you were inside it. You could hear everything. You were lucid. But you were made to cast an incantation. You don't remember what it was. You don't remember the components. But every time someone hit this rock, a little bit of your power was drained. But that's all. You don't, nothing else. Continue on your way. Everyone talking around you, swirling up memories.
Like I said, I don't mean to just imply that your friends aren't worth saving. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get a grasp on Carceri in itself.
It's a prison. That's all that matters. Let's just if we're going to do anything, let's get on it now. Time is ticking.
Also, Dio, don't ever insinuate that I should not save my friends.
Like I said, wasn't doing that. I was trying to understand it.
The only thing you need to know is that they are my friends.
Sure.
Rakesh,
Yes. Yes.
how much time do you need to be at your best? We have 200 days in here, apparently.
I'm already freshen up. Just had to throw up and take a coffee and a cigarette.
Oh, hey, I found the cart. Come on, old man.
Are you
Let's
drunk?
have some. Let's
Are
drink
you
coffee
drunk,
till we shit
or-
ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Good cleanse before we go into hell.
Are you okay? Is everything fine?
Yeah. Child free, baby. Spring break in the staff of power.
Whoa.
Woo!
May
Okay.
just jumps into Callus's head. Are you okay?
Wow. Okay. Love to see you all positive.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But I think Malin is right. I think without the warden, the gods aren't putting anyone in prison now. I think people who know about this place are just abusing it to stash people they don't like or want to fuck with. So.
Xander was the warden.
Mm.
So, if Xander was the warden and Xander is a Thrawn of Vecna's, then everything that has been going on for, who knows, the last 70 years, if I remember correctly, has been in service to Vecna here.
I mean, if he's at the bottom layer, who's to say that his corrupting influence isn't spreading from the bottom to the top?
Well, that's what I mean. The person in charge was in his pocket.
So smart. I didn't even think of that.
But wait.
Mm.
If if Xander was the warden and served whatever the fuck his name is, Vecna,
Vecna.
then wouldn't Xander have just gone and freed him? He was the warden. He'd have the ability to do that.
My guess is that they put him so low and so deep, it's not just like open the door. He's probably gonna have to do some shit. I don't know. Maybe there's like super reinforced hole that he has to blast
They have
through.
to do a ritual. That's what we've been trying to stop from the beginning.
That's it.
They have to. We know what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to stop drinking now and go and have some chicken.
May hands him the chicken wing that she's been holding for Rakesh.
He's going to take it before.
Oh. Have more chicken, bro.
Chicken! But you didn't specify, so you see just chicken alive.
A dozen chickens become clucking around.
I got fangs.
All right. What would you like to do?
Sleep.
Everyone, yeah, just rest up for a little bit longer, and then we'll I guess do our duty.
Duty.
Does anyone
Okay.
have a way to find people? Because
I can attempt to make people tell the truth and then just ask them really politely.
okay, because I can find objects, not people.
Right.
I just use my eyes. That's it.
I think we sort of know.
Don't we have some sort of magical object that's going to do this for us? We decide where we're going first, and then the ball tells us where to go.
Do we have a ball?
We do.
Yes.
I forgot about the
But
ball.
we can only use it once.
That's why I'm asking where we should go first.
I mean, Eleanor has some pretty useful spells.
Mm-hmm. But will they work here?
Oh, that's
That's
right.
a good question.
I can change spell. I'm spellcaster.
Yep. We
Um,
change levels and in a lot of ways.
Because I have way too much necrotic damage in my.
I was able to cast spells absolutely fine while we were in here, so I'm sure it will be fine.
It
But
just
we don't know whether or not they actually worked.
there's also if they have been imprisoned here, my memories from while I was here are muddled. They're few and far between, but I do remember that something happened while I was imprisoned, and it was sapping my strength and ability and my ability to connect to magic and utilize the arcane.
Yeah, but your soul was here, not your body. And we assume that's how most people are trapped here. We straight up walked in. Unless our corpses are lying upstairs in a basement.
I'm more referring to the fact that if Lucian and Eleonora are here, Balthazar's just mentioned Eleonora having useful spells. If she's been imprisoned here, there's a chance whatever she's got has been drained.
Which is another one of the reasons why I say we go for Thaben or the Traveler first. I don't know that the Traveler would be as interested or invested in our plight as Thaben, though.
The Traveler's also been here a lot longer.
That's true.
I could see the Traveler just straight up leaving because he's a god and gods don't have a lot of power outside of their realms, right?
Hey, Ty.
That's me.
So, once upon a time, Callus followed the Traveler.
Once upon a time he did, you're right.
Would I be able to know if, would I be able to roll for something if there was, during the time where Callus was faithful to the Traveler, if there was a shift, and, that's when, if he can identify that there was a shift in the way it behaved, as in when Xander took over?
Make a history check for me.
Damn it. Okay. Shit. Are you sure it can't be a religion?
Sure.
You don't have religion!
I've got, it's better, oh. Wow, okay. If it's history, it's a 17. If it's religion, it's a 22.
Okay.
Sounds like yes, religion.
There was a time you were young, very, very young, and your parents prayed to gods. Kolkaran, the deity most often worshipped by merchants and guilds, craftsmen, and things like that. And then the Traveler. The reason they picked this duo is because they often went and sold the textiles they made and the fabrics they wove to neighboring cities. So they wanted protection in their business and protection on their travels for their business. You remember one day when they had come back from a long, long journey from Essendale. You just looked at them and you said, you mentioned that you had prayed for them. You prayed to the Traveler for them. And they just looked at you and said, who? We only worship Kolkaran. And that's the only thing you can remember. You were maybe 5. You were very young.
Okay. Cool. Right. Yes, so. Balthazar, you seem like you know a bit more about the actual layout of this place than me.
Oh.
Do we know if there is size differentials between each layer? Is in anything that you've read or studied, have you seen size differentials?
Would I know that, DM?
You know that the plane, like the realms, because they're like a layer and they go down, they get smaller the deeper you go. But that's just common sense that tells you that.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. And they get bigger the deeper... No, smaller the deeper you go. Because...
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the
That
bottom,
means
there's
it's-
just going to be like one cell for Vecna, I think. And then See, it's all like a pyramid with these guys. This one's just upside down.
So, in that case, it'll be easier to search the lower levels without the aid of this ball thing we've got.
Yeah.
All right. If we've only got enough to go to one person first. Based off threat level.
Threat level midnight.
You know what? I don't know. I don't think that he would be stored so high up, but I think Lucian might be a good bet.
Balthazar,
Mm.
you said that you can locate objects, yes?
Oh, yeah.
His sword.
Well,
That can't be removed from him, can it?
no, but I think like it's an extension of Shar. So it's like there and not there. Whereas I think the way that my spell works is for physical things. Let me just pulls out his book.
Why don't you just try it when we get back? Would it be that much of a harm?
What about the crown?
You think they let him keep his crown?
I thought we said it was unlikely that their physical bodies are there.
I said that's what happened to me, but also we just walked through the door into here, so I don't really.
My
know
physical
how this
body is
works.
here, I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Callus punches Dio in the face. Is your physical body here?
You know, there's something
Goes right through Dio. There's nothing there. He's just
Cool.
hologram.
There's
Cool.
something that he never let out of his sight, that he always had on him, that I would think is an object, which would be his book.
No, they fucking gate that.
I highly doubt they'd let him keep that.
I don't
Isn't
know.
that one of the things that they're
It's the
after?
book that they need for the ritual, yes.
Well, maybe finding that would also be good.
I wouldn't say no, but I think that the more that I think on the orb and the fact that there's only one use, and the fact that Vecna is probably locked away in the farthest and deepest pits of whatever, then we should probably save that for when we're ready to get to him, because that will show us the quickest and easiest path to get there. We need to exercise whatever means we have outside of the orb to find everyone else.
Okay. I will make sure that I have my spell. I can cast it. I can hold on to it for like an hour, I think it is. Or maybe less. I can cast it a few times, but yeah, if we're trying to find Lucian, if you don't want to use the orb to find him, like, he has so much stuff that he always has on him. Like, he has these pipes made out of bone, which is really fucking gnarly. Like, would they take his bone pipes? I don't know.
Are those runes in his skin considered an object?
I doubt that.
What runes?
Nothing.
Like a pisshead in a kebab shop.
Well, as long as everyone's feeling better and up to it, I say we all, well, head out. I mean, there's not really much we
As
can
long
do.
as
in here.
Rakesh is ready. Yeah. I assume that we can't fill our pockets with food here. Just take a chicken for the
assuming
road.
just makes an ass out of you and me. I want cigarettes, booze, and chicken now. I'm gonna try and stock up.
You are pretty sure your pockets are full, Balthazar.
Of chicken and cigarettes.
Is
You
the
put-
essentials.
You took whole chickens. You took whole chickens and put cigarettes in their beak, and you put them in your pockets.
Like bringing a traffic cone back from a night out. This is mine now.
This is my traffic cone. All right. Are the lot of you, Dio, Balthazar, Malin, Rakesh, and Callus, ready to leave the Rod of Security?
Yes.
Yeah, good enough.
Before the spell gets dropped, as Callus sees Balthazar getting ready to drop the spell or the item or whatever it is, however as I see him getting ready to push the button.
It's a button.
Yeah.
The easy button.
What's the button?
Callus puts his helmet on.
All right. Balthazar, which layer of Carceri are you thinking about when you end this incantation?
Wait, oh. Didn't even think about that. We were on the first layer. So I'm gonna say
You don't know what layer you were
No.
on.
Well, Balthazar thinks that they were on the first layer because they just walked in. Hence ground floor, hence number 1. So he's gonna say layer 2 to start the search. Makes the most
Okay.
sense in his slightly addled brain, but he's still pretty smart.
Additionally, just Dio was. I was just gonna try to bring this up earlier, but there was lots of more important conversation happening. At some point, Dio would have reminded everyone that he has a coin on his hat for Carceri, and he's unsure what level or where in Carceri it would take him, or if it was and he would also reference how when he thought about when they were going to the material plane using the hat, he had to think of a location on the material plane. So we might have a way to skip, hop, and jump through Carceri at least a little bit.
Hop, skip, and jumping through Carceri. Okay. As the lot of you begin to travel, Anawana, you have wild shaped into a penguin, and you are walking on the ice tundras of
Excuse me, it's
Carceri.
Penguana.
Penguana. Penguana. As you're walking, Penguana. Do you just continue to walk, or do you... Sorry, we all have to stop for the bit. We all wait for this part every week. Do you stop for rests at all, or do you just continue to follow this orb?
I think she stops for rests when she needs it, but otherwise is like set on journey because she's technically rested long enough and she knows it.
Okay. So, as the parties respectively take their path, Anawana, you continue to walk and walk and walk until eventually, Anawana, you begin to see water layered with ice. Not consistent sheets, more cracked and fragmented pieces, and some tall pillars of ice that layer off into platforms and crevices all over. There's a long bridge that eventually splits off to a Y. And in the farthest of distances, you see a platform. carved of ice. And that's where we're going to take a break. We're going to take 5. We're going to pee. We're going to get water. We're going to have snacks. And we're going to come back with Balthazar hitting the button and seeing where in Carceri these crazy kids end up, because we're jumping through the prison plane. Casual hop, skip, and jumps. We'll be right back. Grab some water. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Never explore a prison plane without your prison wizard.
dog's here.
Boom.
My dog's here.
Bop.
My dog's here.
We're back. With dogs.
Alex here.
Eva.
Guess who's back?
Eva.
Back
Back
again.
Karaoke
Karaoke next week. I'm gonna have a stuck in my head all day now.
That will be one of the floor challenges.
Yeah. Yeah. Fabian's got a gun to your head. Saying all the words. Okay. We return as Anawana is walking a cold. Sorry, pause. That's not a great shame. That is an important skill to have in life, ma'am. Anawana is walking towards a cold, icy structure. Nothing to be concerned about. Balthazar, as you drop your finger onto the slightly raised edge of the rod of security, all of you watch very quickly as the walls of this safe haven disappear. You are now sitting on a very small island in a swamp, essentially. There's water all around you and vast, as far as the eye can see, overgrown jungles and grasslands. Tall trees, colors of leaves you've never seen before, mostly in these realms of this like sickly green and bile yellow tones. The liquid around you looks plush. It looks like it's going to cave at any minute, and you're on one of the few solid surfaces in distance. The five of you get accosted with this smell of it. It's not even a smell, it's more of a nose feel. Your nose is burning. You know when you like accidentally inhale acetone? Anyone? You know, you're doing your nails and get CK, so you're doing your nails and you just like take a deep breath and it's just like, it burns up your nose, like in the eyes. It's like almost like cutting a very aggressive onion. Your eyes automatically begin to water. Your throat begins to close up because you're so parched. Your mouth is watering. It hurts. You're squinting to keep the sweat that's forming out of your eyes, the tears running down your face, almost corrosive on your skin. What are the five of you doing, and how are you reacting right now?
I'm gonna plug my nose and I'm gonna check my pocket to see if any of my chicken/cigarette/booze came through with me.
Balthazar, as you reach into your pockets and you feel around for the goods and the pleasures of your rod of security brothel, there's nothing to be found.
Damn it.
Well, this is incredibly depressing. Why do I sound like this now?
You see, this is probably what it smelt or felt like for the people that weren't used to the Shadowfell.
Oh.
So,
Buck, you're
Yeah.
muted.
No, the Shadowfell was worse. This is bad. That sucked.
okay. There is like a distinct like tone and choking in the back of Callus's throat. Like he's trying to speak without breathing too much. Right. I guess pick a direction and we walk. Just try not to touch stuff.
Are we gonna use the orb, or do you want me to try and do a locate object kind of thing?
I think that May was right about leaving the orb so that we've got a direct route to, the thing that's going to destroy the world. So give your magic a go, see what happens.
Roger, roger.
And I will cast Locate Object.
On.
Don't ask me these things, one Matt. Oh god. I'm going to cast Locate Object on Lucian's cape that he always seemed to have on, because that seems like a weird thing to take off of someone.
Go ahead and mark off your spell slot.
Dope.
What about
As you
this
begin, you grab on to your focus and you reach through your small collection of components and grab out a forked twig, which you kind of like start rumbling around between your fingers and your lips, and nothing. No pull is leading in you in any direction.
Okay. Now, oh wait, no, sorry, we haven't heard that.
So I'm not getting anything in the...
I'm going to stop doing this because it's annoying me.
Yeah.
I'm not getting anything in like the current vicinity, and also coughing back a chirp. But I can hold this for like 10 minutes, so if we walk around, I'll get a ping if we get somewhat close. It's like 1,000 feet, so it's pretty big.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Looking forward, this is like a overgrown jungle sort of area, right?
Yep.
Is there any clear paths or like trails that I can see through the brush?
About 40 feet out to your east, Callus, as you look across this disastrous landscape, past this like thick, marshy patch, you do see a little bit of a trail. It does not look man-made by any chance, and to be honest, it does not look well-traveled to your eye. But it is the only point you can see from your current position where the overgrown thorny vines do not entirely cover it.
I have a question.
Hmm.
The gods said that because we now know that this is Carceri, we'd have an easier time seeing through the lies.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if I am looking at an actual jungle landscape or if this is just a hallway with a bunch of doors in it that is being illusory.
Oh no, this is very much what you're seeing.
Okay, which is a real thing.
This is very, very real.
Okay.
Well, if we're we know that we can't really well, we've already seen that this place is gonna try to fuck with us. I think, well, I mean, we know to look out for it now, as the gods said. Just everyone stay extra alert. And unfortunately, it seems like there's one path for us to take.
Put me in the front. I'll be on lookout. I've got it.
I'm going to command my cloak of many fashions to become kind of thick like wool and thin. And I'm going to wrap it around my face like a scarf to try and get this weird, noxious fumes out of my nose. Ready to go.
We've only got 10 minutes on this. So let's move out.
Following.
Yeah, popping out an echo, leaving them 20 feet ahead. And passive perceptioning.
Okay. So. As you guys begin to walk, what is the exact marching order? Malin in the front, and then what?
Me probably behind
Callus.
me.
I'll go behind Callus to keep up the spell. And if anything attacks
Dio's
us, hide
taking up
behind
the
him.
rear.
I can be behind to close the.
Okay.
Because if I can be everywhere, I have the move speed. I'm fast.
He can fly.
I'm actually going to be I'm going to leave the echo in front of Callus. May's going to be the one 20 feet out ahead, and she's going to be stealthing.
Okay. As you guys step off this little rock platform, and you step into this very thick, marshy liquid around your feet, who's wearing armor?
Any
I don't know
armor?
if leather armor would count.
Does leather armor count?
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm
Actually-
naked.
I
Hot.
just have my glamour weave clothes. Does that count? It's not armor. It's clothes.
Then no, it does not.
Okay.
Okay. Those of you wearing armor. First things first, as everybody steps into this thick, poisonous marsh, you all take a whopping 13 points of acid damage as it begins to cover your boots and your pant legs and begins seeping into your clothing. Those wearing armor, please go and adjust your AC to subtract 1. As you begin trucking through this knee-deep, acidic landscape. As you get to the point where Callus had pointed out there was an opening in vines, May, you have to duck pretty low to get under them. They are sharp. They are
Bless you.
very jagged. They are not going in any rhyme or reason direction. And you stop for a minute to listen as you prepare to stealth in, and you hear no movement. And you begin the trek deep in to this layer of Carceri. Balthazar focusing on the cloak of billowing he had seen Lucian wear many a time before.
That's it. I
How
managed
long
to
are you guys?
keep my concentration,
Sorry, go ahead.
by the way.
Excellent. How long are you guys willing to travel this layer of Carceri?
How are we haven't seen any people yet, have we?
No.
Why don't we... Oh, no, we can't. He's blind. Never mind.
I'm not blind.
Are you not blind anymore? I can't remember. Not blind?
He's got eyes now.
Okay, old man, why don't you use those eyes and just fly straight up and let us know what's around? If there's any landmarks we can head towards? I would do it, but I'm concentrating on this.
I'm gonna start to fly and
Do you go straight up?
I guess yes.
Go ahead and make me a perception check with advantage because of your height.
I'm tall now. It's gonna be.
Tall boy.
Tall boy.
It's like a cowboy, but
It's exactly like a cowboy. Continue.
where are my D20? So that's 24 total.
The canopy of this forest is dense, Rakesh. You can not see much. However, as you squint your eyes about 150, 200 feet away, Rakesh, you see large creatures. They've got big, transparent wings. They're kind of striped in the back end with long stingers. They look bipedal, big black and yellow stripes across them. And that's all you can really see from this distance.
Do I have a mind link with me, or
That's a
Wait.
great question. Was there a mind link, May?
Yes.
so Rakesh will say a creature 100 feet, 150, or was that? Yeah.
What kind of creature?
I'm gonna describe exactly what they said. So
Does that sound familiar to me?
Go ahead and make a history check or
Well-
nature check.
Okay.
Are you proficient in a poisoner's kit?
No.
Jokes.
No. She's not that kind of rogue. All right. 5.
No idea.
they do
6.
not lie. They do
No.
not look friendly.
All right, to everyone else. The only thing that's up here are some sort of large creatures that sound unfriendly. Maybe we should try to get to another layer, but I don't know how that happens. Do we just act badly? Like the circles of hell?
I
Bring the fire.
I've got some scarce memories from when I was here. I don't know if it was real or not, but I remember feeling myself being dragged through something. It felt almost like a portal, but I don't know exactly.
Okay.
I counted about 4, so whether that's up or down.
Rakesh, do you see any kind
You
of like
remember-
portal things up there? We can find portal? No?
No, I don't see anything except weird creature.
How long does this like go on for? Can you see the boundaries of the layer, or is it just going on forever?
It's going on forever.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we should use your hat.
Yeah,
How long does
I
that
can
need
give
to
it a go.
recharge?
a day. I need to.
A day. It's better than 10.
Yeah. It needs to rest, but I can do it a few times, I think.
Why don't we see where that drops us off? Because there's nothing here.
Sure.
I mean, I would prefer
Um,
consensus from more than just me.
Looking around this plane, can I see anything that is sort of? I know that this isn't a conventional prison, but is there anything that would represent like cells or storage for, like if it's maybe made out of biomatter or whatever, that would be used to possibly detain or secure people?
Do you want to use your passive perception / passive insight? We'll go with like a combo of the two. Or would you like to roll one?
See, I could roll better.
Roll. Do it.
But
Roll.
he's like, but
But it's not bad. I mean,
Roll, you coward.
you heard it here first. Roll, you coward.
Just
wait,
do it.
wait.
Yes, you can.
28.
Hey.
No. You're looking, and you've heard Rakesh talk about like pods that have been grown from roots and such. So that's like your first instinct to look for, some kind of cocoon of sorts. Nothing. There's no root-like cages growing. There's no man-made cells. It's just very much an ill-kept, tortured forest.
If I didn't think he'd need something slightly stronger to hold him, I'd say the Traveler is probably here.
Yeah, Rakesh, you should probably get down. If there's nothing else that you can say, get down before you get spotted or fall.
Okay, I'm coming down.
Right.
Well, they only get smaller from here, so you jump to level 3, or you want to go to level 4?
I'm thinking that if we've got to wait for that hat to recharge, and that takes a day, personally, I think it's unwise to be trapped on the lower, more dangerous levels for a day.
I think you can use it more than once. In a
I'll
day.
be able to use it twice.
We've
We
used
can
it
get
once
in and
already.
out. No, we have not.
Not today.
Not today? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Maybe we just jump straight to level 3, see what that looks like.
Yeah.
We've sort of been to level 1, even though it was sort of an illusion. Now we've been to level 2, it's a swamp hell, don't like it. See what level 3 is. This is cool.
I think... Yeah.
Why do I feel like we should just go to level 6?
No. No.
We are. I've got that feeling as well, but
So why
We
fuck
have to
around?
eliminate the things that are easier before we just jump to that conclusion, okay?
that's why.
Seems like a waste of time and resources to me. But you're the boss.
My opinion's been shared. I am not. Rakesh, Master Tactician. In
Why
Love
are
and
you
War.
Okay.
I will only refer to Rakesh as the master of love and war from here on out.
Yes, what?
Do we bamf into level 3 and then see what's going on in there? Or do we go straight to 6?
But where do you think Eben will be?
I have no idea.
We should go with the 3 because we don't want to miss it. I know it will take longer, but it is more predictable and less gambling. I'm gonna go change Rakesh alignment because no. That's not chaos.
Okay, let's go to let's head to level 3. See what we can do.
And now I ask, who knows anything about the 3rd level of Carceri to focus on for the hat?
I'm gonna focus on the 3rd level of Carceri. That's what I'm doing.
The number 3. Big number 3.
Because I don't have the ability to travel levels. What I have is the ability to open up an arcane gate to a different to a plane.
Well, yeah.
I'm opening up a gate to Carceri. So in theory, it could pop up right behind us. But when I traveled to the material plane, Taylor told me the gods, the DM told me to focus on one particular spot. So I'm doing that, and I'm focusing on the 3rd layer of Carceri.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a D100, DM.
Bam, you're back in the Feywild.
35.
Okay. As you begin to focus on the 3rd ring of Carceri, the hat begins to vibrate in front of you, and a tetracolor pattern begins to eclipse all of your bodies as you're pulled through deep in this hat, with the hat eventually landing on the head of Dia once more. You end up in the middle of a desert. Around you are sand dunes and cliffs of sandstone. The wind is harsh and brash. Can everybody please make me a Constitution saving throw, except for Anawana?
Natural
Rolled a
one,
nat
baby.
20, which bodes poorly for the rest of this.
17?
But I got a 23.
20.
Okay.
Not 20, so 22.
All right.
Natural 1 for a 3.
Okay, so Balthazar and Dio, you both take 12 points of slashing damage from the very aggressive sandstorm that is blowing around you. Everybody else, you take a cute 6.
Oh no! Oh, I'm at 69 HP. I cannot move.
Nice.
Nice.
So am I.
Yeah, Tay.
I'm
Yeah,
also at 69 HP.
yeah, Tay. You can't damage them anymore for the rest of the session.
All right, well, we'll see for that.
You could
Oh,
damage
this is
me for
420
exactly 11
damage.
hit points, and that's it.
Yeah, I'll deliver 420 damage to you next
Jesus Christ.
Ah, shit, she got the counter.
time. As you guys look, you notice that these dust storms continue to sweep up, and in the distance you can see an orb in the air, and then a second orb, and then there's a 3rd and 4th, though much smaller. The sky is empty, with the exception of this sepia-toned atmosphere. The only thing as far as your eyes can see is sand, sand, and more sand.
Do I get any pings on my locate object within 1,000 feet?
No, sir.
God
I hate
fucking
sand.
damn it.
It's coarse and rough.
And it gets everywhere. Yeah.
You're all just bastardized with sand. It's in all the little cracks, all the little crevices. It's everywhere it should not be. This is hell's glitter. What would you guys like to do?
All right. 3rd level.
Meg's gonna try using her sending stone to Harry.
What do you say?
On the chances that you're nearby, how likely is it that it's full of fucking sand?
You got 8 more if you want them.
That's it.
No response.
Earcuff, same message. No response.
To Harry?
Yeah.
No response.
Does Lucian still have an ear cuff? I can't remember.
No, he has a sending stone, but Alanora took them all.
Okay. I'll cast Ascending to Lucian, see if that goes through, because if you're on the same plane of existence, should work.
It works across planes.
Well, it works across the board, but it can fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll try and cast it and just say, we're in Carceri, looking for you. Are you near sand? What does it look like? Who is with you? Do you miss me? Kisses.
You cast Sending typically. You get that special brain buzz that shows deliverance. And then occasionally, most times, somebody replies. You get nothing, though. It's weird. It's like static. Almost. Like someone or something hung up your call before you could even start.
Something is messing with my magic and I don't like it.
Can you try that again with someone that we know is alive?
You want me to, like, burn myself out? We could be attacked by some kind of crazy tornado monster.
Yeah, and then Dia will just bomb us out.
Let's do so. Let's try and...
I have so many questions.
So do I, but we don't have the resources to answer them all at the minute. Let's see what's around here first and maybe try and find... Yeah. Well,
you know what? I think I have a shovel in my bag of holding. Hold, please.
Okay.
You're gonna dig us a hole? Secret tunnel!
She's gonna dig a hole down the Vecna.
She's gonna dig down to the 4th layer.
I'm just gonna start digging and see if the sand stops anywhere, or if I hit something hard underneath me, or... Oh, hello, dog.
I feel like we've left Anawana like 3 layers back. She's just fucking waddling like a penguin.
Anawana's on a layer below us because layer 1 if we were on layer 1 did not have ice.
But we were illusion.
I know which layer has
illusion
ice.
first.
Yeah,
so it
you
could have
do.
been ice.
6.
Somebody knows.
I know exactly where she is.
Yep.
I don't mean to be the guy, but the layer with ice is probably where Thaben is too. Just because of thematic.
What?
Themes.
No way.
We don't know about no ice layer though, do we?
I mean,
Nope.
you of all people, fucking roll for it. Balthazar, roll me fucking intelligence check, my guy.
Can he get proficiency because of prisons?
You can have proficiency. You can have advantage because of prisons.
Proficiency in prisons.
You have that's literally Chris. Tell me that's literally not Chris if he was stuck on the 6th layer of hell. Knows nothing, probably either, right?
Okay, so that went from
to hell.
That went from a 1 to a 20.
Pause, please, while we sing a little ditty. Someone sing a little ditty.
Little ditty.
You're so cute and powerful.
When you roll the first time and don't succeed, try again and you'll make it. And then you make your DM mad because she wanted you to have this burst.
I know that one. It's a bop.
It's the baby
The
dog.
best song.
Eva's got ears.
Need the club put on the cum song.
We need everyone else in the party to have a unique advantage now. Callus has got doors. Balthazar has prisons. We need everyone to have a random one.
I don't want us trees.
Roll for shoes. Roll for shoes. The thing that I'm going to do for the holiday one shot lets you make your own, like your DM makes your skills based on what you do and succeed at. There's a skill called roll for anything. And if you succeed, then you get a skill based on what you succeeded on. So you could literally make like prison proficiency as a skill.
I love it.
After the cum song, Chris, please check your DMs.
Oh, I've been dimmed.
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 Dum.
So never mind. I'm not going to say
The
it.
Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Giving them Doug Dimmadome.
Okay, all I really know is
Don't
that
mind
the
if
lower
I
down.
Dimmadoo.
All I know is the lower we get, the worse the layers are for the most powerful creatures. So, you know.
Yeah, well, we're
they're
not
like,
that powerful, so
we
who
knew
gives a
that.
shit?
Yeah, but there'll be better prisons for them, won't they? That's all I know. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So all you knew is what we already knew.
Hey, fuck you, Dio. I'm doing my best, okay?
So, like I said, we should be trying out throwing everything that we have at the wall and seeing what sticks. If we can try and contact anyone. If Lucian isn't working, maybe he's already dead. We can rule that out if we can contact someone else.
I think Shar would know if he was dead.
Shar didn't share anything about Lucian Balthazar.
She told us that he was trapped. That's why she came to me. Well, let's just find the best direction to start heading and we'll start moving on from here.
May, how long are you willing to dig down? Like, how much digging does Maylin want to do?
A lot. Really not a lot.
Give me a number of shovel scoops.
10.
Chris? Nah, you know what? Callie, roll me a d20.
You awaken the sandworm.
I'm
14.
gonna cast Psychic Lance on Lucian and hope he feels it.
It was almost a 20, but it's a 14.
May, you take 3 points of acid damage as you begin digging through and hitting pockets of green sandstone, tainted sandstone that has absorbed the atmosphere around you. You're digging, May, and the sand just keeps caving in on each other. It's not like when you've dug on a shore as a child and the wet sand eventually begins to kind of hold its structure.
Yeah.
This is just dry ass sand. It's just caving in on one each other. There's no sense of support here.
I feel like we're being pushed in the direction of being forced to use the ball before we get to Vecna.
Then maybe we just should. It can't be that hard to find Vecna. It will be where all the evil, shadowy ichor shit will be coming out of. That's how I imagine it anyway.
Fine. Where are we going?
down, right?
Well, but the ball doesn't go to a layer; it goes to a person, doesn't it?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, it.
You don't know?
From
It
what I
goes
can
to the
remember,
thing that we have to find.
It shows you the way there. It doesn't
So
take you there.
No, you have to still travel it, of course, but I'm not 100% clear if it decides what we most need to find, or if we do.
Why don't you ask it to find everybody we know in Carceri?
I don't think we should do that.
Well, I'm out of options.
Who has the ball? Might be me.
I think May took it.
It's me.
You have it, May. It's right there beside you. You're literally holding it right now. You goof.
It's balanced precariously on the top of your head, May.
May, how have you not noticed you've been putting it up there like for the past day? May, I literally saw you juggling it 3 minutes ago. Right after you tried to fit it in your mouth.
Right after you finished telling us how fragile it was, and we had to be careful about it.
And then you did hacky sack with it. Mate, you've literally been throwing it at Balthazar's head for like the past 10 minutes.
Dodge the orb.
So May holds up the ball, no idea how to turn it on, and says says to the ball what?
The gods said we had to crack the orb and take the dust and powder from it and place it under our eyes, or around our eyes rather, and
I mean no idea how to trigger what that thing is that they need.
They said,
so she says
they said it would guide us it would guide us if we are the same sort of way that this teleporting shit that we've been doing works, where if you're thinking about it and you're focused on it, and that's what it'll guide you to. I don't think it's necessarily it'll guide you to what you need most. I think it'll guide you to what you're focused on.
Maybe the real prison break from an alternate dimension was the friends we made along the way.
May smashes the orb.
May, as you crack the orb, a small... You're kind of hit with the smell of, like, cedar and pine and, like, fresh cut grass and, like, earthy moss scent. As this pile of not quite sand, but more like ripped up and torn up plant matter is in your hand. You figure you've got enough for like 6 sets of eyes. It's like a good healthy amount to get schmutzed around.
She schmutzes hers and then hands it to the next person who's next to her. It's probably Callus.
Callus, you schmutz your eyes?
Visor up, on, visor down.
Does anybody not schmutz their eyes?
I'm not gonna schmutz my eyes.
I'm gonna smoke my...
This feels like drugs, and I don't do drugs.
I'm gonna say, they just smashed a ball and put powder all in her eyes. Fucking straight in there. Putting my fucking gums.
Interesting choice.
You can only taste the way.
We're gonna see looming things over mail-in round 2. Okay. May, as you take this green mossy texture and rub it around your eyes, first off, your skin is like, you know when you get a grass stain on your pants? You kind of like have that like grass stain on your face kind of look as you rub it into your flesh. What, who, or where are you thinking of?
May specifically?
Yes, May specifically.
Thaben.
Callus. Who, what, or where are you thinking of?
May.
It's like in front of you, dumbass.
Who, what, or where are you thinking of?
I don't know about what happened when I all the people I killed.
Okay, interesting. Balthazar. Who, what, or where are you thinking of?
Still thinking about Lucian and his stupid cloak and where he is and why he's not responding to me and is he not my friend anymore? And
he's leaving you on red.
Why is he leaving me on fucking red?
Sorry, the Emperor can't take your call right now. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and my servants will get back to you later. Beep. Okay. Callus. The entire area around you begins to glow this soft green color. It's a cliche, and you know it. But for you, May is everywhere. She's physically in front of you, but it's one of the few good things you look for in everything you do. Whether it's the way the sun sets because it reminds you of the glow of her skin, or the sounds of the birds leading flight because they're taking charge in their direction, or you're just simply looking at the woman you fell in love with. She's in everything and everywhere you go. So everything around you begins to light up. Rakesh.
Yes.
You are not an innocent man by any means. And though you have done some heinous and outrageous crimes, the burden of them does not leave you. So you look down at your arms, and on the inside of your left arm is a small scar for every person you've ever hurt. And those begin to glow that soft green color.
Okay.
Maylin and Balthazar. You guys are given a different perspective. You were thinking of something not close to you, somewhere not near you. May, what you see is red sinew and pulled apart organs, and you see rib cage shaped bars. You see a throne of femurs and spine cords and all sorts of different bones, creating a single throne for Thaben. And he has sat in it. And you see him carving away at a bone using his fingernail, his thumb. That is, you can kind of see the scales formed up his wrist as he's using a transformed claw to cut into a bone. Balthazar, this one's hard for you. You see, more rather, you feel compressed. You feel tight. You feel compacted. You're seeing purple hands as if you were looking at them that are kind of decayed, and you see them ripping in some places, runes barely visible, scars all over your arms in a deep blue crystal kind of room. but it's not quite a room. It's more of a confinement. It's more of a space. It's more of a jar. On Dio's hat, you see the Carceri coin begin to glow. Maylin, on Callus, you see the dagger begin to glow.
Oh.
It.
So I can infer
The
that
gods.
Lucian's in Carceri.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere confined.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But Thabin's not.
Mm-hmm.
No, I always thought he was in the flesh plane. Everyone gets like, no, he's in the other one.
The gods thought that he wasn't in the flesh plane. The gods thought that he was here, and I trusted them, which was a stupid thing to do.
Well, the moon shadow is here somewhere, kind of trapped in a jar.
Can you do some sort of location on the jar? You've seen it, haven't you?
I don't know
Just now?
I don't know how this works. I don't know if this is the same or if this is something different.
I have the craziest of ideas.
Mm.
The craziest of ideas. I was thinking that I was not gonna go there. I'm so glad.
I definitely thought it.
Put the My Little Champion in it.
I'll work on it. I'll come back.
Anyways, that should be enough for anyone watching to understand the joke. Honestly, okay. Craziest of ideas. Not a good one. Not good at all. Last resort, maybe. And I have no idea if it would work. So I need someone who understands this better than me to tell me if it would or wouldn't. If we want Thabin, why don't you stab me with ordnance? I'll go where Thabin is, and then I'll just tip my hat and we'll both be back.
From memory, the knife disappeared when I made the band stab himself.
Ah.
Because he stabbed himself. I think it went with him?
Well, no, it's just I was given the knife as part of a deal.
But
of that.
I was going to say, what
use it.
You do have
didn't
it.
Thabin give it back to you? Because
Yes.
meta-wise, isn't that the dagger that just glue on your hip when May looked at it, thinking of Thabin?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what triggered my entire...
You have an inert ordinance. It no longer does, as far as we know, doesn't do any magic.
I mean, try stabbing someone. Fuck around, find out.
Yeah.
Send me to hell.
That's my baby dog.
Okay.
No, honestly though,
Well,
terrible idea. Terrible idea.
Not Callus, me was under the impression that it disappeared with Thabin, but
It stayed with you because you technically, although you did send her somebody, didn't quite send her the person she necessarily wanted. So it was her gift to you.
So like I said, terrible idea. Might not work. Might be the worst idea I've ever
I actually
said.
don't think that it's a terrible idea, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, okay, so I'm glad. I'm ready.
Can we determine somehow if this knife actually works?
Yeah, by stabbing me. Worst case, worse, I heal myself.
no.
I know who you can stab.
Sasha? Are we gonna attune the hat to her?
No. I'm not letting that feline take my hat.
In the name of science.
This is the coolest thing that I've ever had.
This pussy can't have my hat!
No, just to test that the dagger actually sends people places and doesn't just stab you. Then you'll have to bring her back.
I think that that's a good way to test it. Why don't we find
looking at this piece of rib? Does it look different or feel different when I hold it to how it was?
Feels very good in your hand.
Good. Okay.
Feels very powerful in your hand.
Malin will hear in her head, if this does work, he's not gonna stab me. You have to do it.
I'm not going to take it from him, Dio. He has to give it
Everyone's
to me
about
willingly.
doing everything it takes until it takes what it actually takes.
Why don't you do it yourself?
Great idea.
Okay. So why do we want the dagger exactly? Why do we want to use it for?
Aren't we trying to get Thaben?
We can get Thaben if we get Dio there. Dio has a way back.
And on the off chance, the slimmest of chances, this bad boy becomes inert or doesn't work to get me back, it's not like you guys don't know where I am. I would literally be so fine. Dio says, sweating a little bit, but also grinning because he thinks this is the best idea he's ever had. And he's glad that at least Malin kind of agreed. Listen, it's not the first time I've been stabbed to travel dimensions. When I went to the Feywild to visit family, there was this little rabbit prick. He was like border security.
Leave my little man out of this.
I've never been frisked by a pair of hands that felt like oven mitts in my life.
I'm just saying, I'm the celestial guardian. You should do as I tell you and leave your liquids in the tray.
The blood does not count as liquids, Alate. I'm not dumping out all my blood because it's more than 10 ounces.
I'm just saying, we only allow 6.9 ounces through the doors nowadays.
They have to bomb test your tahine. It's very important.
Can confirm, has happened.
It's too spicy. No, seriously though, stab me. It'll be fine. But like, not okay. When I say like stab me and like prick my hand or something, like don't like try to murder me.
Take out all your aggression on Dio. Just
he is wearing the helmet. Wordlessly. Callus reaches down and pulls out.
Wait.
Pointy piece of a rib cage. What?
Okay, wait. Are we actually doing this? I need to be mentally there. Is right now. Okay.
Did you test it on the cat first?
No, because if it doesn't work on me, I'll just be fine and heal myself.
Oh, okay, fair play.
Or I'll go there. This is a terrible idea. Why am I doing this? Okay, go. Puts her arm
reaches
out.
up and puts her gloved hands over his eyes from behind him.
Dio's extremely scarred up arms, glowing with celestial magic in his base form, is just shaking, but he's like, do it, go, do it.
Callus,
Ow!
Yeah.
No, wait, that wasn't him.
Callus, wordlessly, holding this piece of pointy rib, steps forward to Dio and stabs him straight in the stomach, and leans in and says, "You better come back."
Roll an attack with advantage because Dio's willing, and then roll damage with ordnance.
It just stabs me, I fall to the ground, it doesn't work. Most awkward situation ever.
Let me just... There we go. Cool, yeah, so that is a 40... No, not a 40. Well, 40... Wow, where did I get that from? 20...
40 to hit?
23. I think I was going to
I
say
got a
24.
749 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. I have a 14 for AC.
Yeah, that hits. Roll 2d4 plus for piercing. And then 1d6 for necrotic.
The DuckTales theme song plays over and over in Dio's head.
Cool. Okay,
Because it's all boxing. Life is like a breath weapon here in user.
Carceri.
8 points of piercing damage and 3 points of necrotic.
As you lean in to Dio Callis and very firmly tell him, you better come back. Dio, you have a shrieking pain in your stomach, and your wound immediately cauterizes from the necrotic energy that comes from the weapon. As you close your eyes and you fade out, as the rest of you watch Dio just melt into a puddle of blood before you. Dio, on the other hand, you're not sure what you're looking at.
You couldn't have
You
just
see-
pricked his finger. Goddamn.
Rib cages coming out of the ground. You see different bones and spines. The ground below you is squishy, and you can hear it making that sloshing, wet texture sound, the noise below you as you put down on your feet. You feel the thump of a heart pushing through from below you. The air smells metallic like iron as you just look at the rivers of blood pouring through the ground. You watch as waterfalls of veins and mucus kind of just fall from different areas off the cliffs of the Blood Dove Isles. Wherever you are, it is not the third level of Carceri. You are no longer in Mindthis. You're somewhere else entirely.
In what?
Mindthis, that is the third layer of Carceri.
Ah, you named these fuckers too. My bad. I didn't read
No, I did not name them. Carceri named them.
Bitch, I don't know what you made up and what you didn't. I don't play Dungeons and Dragons.
Never played D&D in my life.
I've never read the book for a reason. This is so much more interesting when you don't know what's happening.
I thought this was all made up by Tay. I'm so well, okay.
Okay, do I see Fabin? Is he just chilling?
You see a lot of things, Dio.
Is one of them Fabin? Or are you just going to describe more flesh?
You see different rib cages, essentially, kind of forming out of the ground, locking bodies where different veins and arteries have grown out and into different sacrifices along the land. Do you stay put or do you walk a little bit?
Do the ear cuffs still work?
You don't know. Try. Feel free.
Dio, can you hear me?
Roll a D100.
Okay.
David! David!
51.
Yeah, you get through to Dio.
Holy shit! Did
Are
you
you
know
okay?
it was gonna be so squishy? Why did he stab me in the stomach?
Honestly, I don't know. We'll deal with it later. For right now, are you okay?
Yeah. Okay. I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Can we help from here? What can we do?
Do you know, I realize I don't know where Thaben is here. I just know that he got sent here. I don't even know if he is here.
I saw him on a throne. There were ribcage bars, sinew, some sort of sinew, but ribcages were prevalent. And he was sitting on a throne and carving.
Oh, okay.
Casual.
I'll get back to you.
Okay.
And then Taylor, I'm gonna David! David!
As you call out,
David!
it's not long.
Frosty!
Any other nip games you want to try before I?
Daddy!
Popsicle!
Popsicle!
The ice,
oh my god!
The Ice King Man! The abominable snow prick!
It's not long before.
Daddy issues ×2!
It's not long before you hear the
Son
ground.
of a dragon! Bad Dragon! Go to baddragon.com!
Don't listen,
Not a
kids.
sponsor!
Never stop. Never stop.
It's not long before you feel the ground behind you give in.
Freezy cock!
As the soft, wet footsteps kind of get closer. I heard you called for me.
Holy shit,
More
that
than
worked.
that.
Okay. Hey, buddy!
But
Geo Priest, Interdimensional Taxi Service, how's it going?
Thaben
I met your
looks you up
hologram.
and down. Yes, you.
Yeah, me.
Have you come to free me? Is it time? Do I get to walk the plane once more?
See, when you say it like that, it sounds like maybe I shouldn't.
I'm just
I
here to be
thought you were in
friends,
Carceri.
darling.
I thought you were in Carceri.
No. I have been trying
To get to Carceri?
to get anywhere but the place your friends fucking locked me.
Yeah. I get it. I know how it is. We're part of an exclusive club of guys who've been stabbed by Callus and sent to a different dimension.
I didn't stab him. He stabbed himself.
We can get tattoos about it later. But for now, I think you and me need to make a deal.
A deal, you say?
Yeah, a deal.
I've tried this once before.
No. You've tried to be the patron. It's my turn. I'm going to offer you 2 things, and you can take them or you can leave them.
I'm intrigued. Your
I
power is
previously
oddly
offered-
sexy. Maybe you should pause and we can go for a walk first.
Listen, Thaben. You're a creepy old man. You're not my type. And the fact that you turn into a dragon makes me think this might be bestiality, which I'm not okay with.
He just like cocks his eyes and he goes, "You know, on Fleep, anything goes."
Thank God it's not Fleep. So listen up. I'm a church boy who goes to church and reads his Bible. Now listen up. I previously offered helping you save your mother. Or putting an end to her. Peacefully. However you worded it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to offer you getting out of here.
But
There's 2 things that I need a guarantee of.
I'm listening.
You
And
don't
he like
harm my
closes the
friends.
gap by 5 feet.
I close it by 5 more. We're kissing.
You are toe to
No,
toe kissing.
And I use my my glamour to grow about a foot taller than him, so I'm looking down on him. You don't hurt my friends under any circumstance. And 2, our quest becomes your quest until it's completed.
I feel like I need some clarification on something, if I may.
That depends.
1, who do you consider friends?
For the basis of this conversation, anyone I find innocent or the Pucks of Doom. Those are not mutually exclusive.
I was going to say I find it interesting you didn't group them together, but I digress.
I think the both of us know, despite their good intentions, those people are not innocent.
And now, do share, Dio Priest. What is your quest?
You ever thought about killing a
want
god?
To do?
What is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color? Sorry, I'll get out of here now.
Have you ever thought about killing a god?
I could be persuaded.
There's a guy named Vecna.
Ah, yes. Continue.
He's kind of the biggest tool in all the realms.
Interesting. Continue, yes.
I'm gonna kill him.
Intriguing. I have one condition of this little bargain.
I don't remember you being in a place to make those.
I'm going to throw it out there anyway. And then we'll see if we...
How about we change from condition to request, because you are not the one writing the contract.
It is a condition, because if you cannot accept, then I will not accept.
Spill.
Once we're done, you and your friends do not interfere with the plans of my wife and I.
Well, it's a good thing we don't need you that bad. Your brother has already agreed to our terms.
Make a
We were
deception
hoping
check.
to make a matching pair.
Make a deception check. I have to
It's a
open
good thing I'm a
Faven's...
bard and I can take a base 10.
I have to open Faven's character sheet. Pause, please.
Just a casual 27.
Casual 27. Do. This is by the DM being not prepared because her party goes to random people she's not ready for. Do.
Full of cum. Sorry, I'm reading the chat but too lazy to type and respond.
Do. It's interesting that you would take his side in all of this. And to be honest, I just want to clarify. You're talking Mateo, correct? Or the
Who else would I
other
be talking about?
low-life piece of shit scum my mother birthed.
Listen, Thaben. Time's running up.
Interesting.
I don't need you. I'm
But
giving
you
you a chance
want
to do
me.
something. I'm giving you a chance to do something worthwhile. I'm not going to stand in... Listen. We kill Vecna. You agree to my terms. We kill Vecna. And at the end of this, We can battle to the death, scorched earth style, and if you and your wife's plans are really worth doing, they'll work. If not, that's up to the gods.
You see him look around and look you up and down for a minute before adjusting his collar and just resting his chin on his hand.
Do we have a deal? Do we have
a deal.
A pact?
We have a deal. A mutually beneficial deal.
And to reiterate the terms for Taylor and Buck, he comes and helps us.
And does not hurt
I will
your
try
friends.
to help his mother.
Yes.
He doesn't hurt my friends or innocents. And I'm not going to stay out of his way. He has to earn his domination.
He reaches his hand out towards you.
Do you and me as people understand those terms, Taylor?
Yes.
Okay, then I take his hand.
We have a deal, dear priest.
Perfect.
Do you shake his hand?
Yeah, but I really focus in on my Fey energy here to try and outweigh whatever the creepy shit he's going on.
He's just cold to the touch. That's all. Now, how do you suppose we get out of here? I have an idea, but I'm not sure you'll quite like it.
What's this guy's name again? His real name?
Tobias.
Well, Tobias.
Weird.
Well, you insist on calling me by my full name, so I'm gonna return the favor.
That's how you introduce yourself to me. Would you prefer something else? Another moniker? Perhaps you have a name, the leather-clad something or other. I don't know.
Listen, I don't do alter egos. I'm not Callus or whatever the fuck he goes by when he puts on that helmet.
Yes.
I'm just a guy trying to do a good thing. And I'm giving you a chance to not be a piece of shit.
What can I say?
What's your plan? Because I have one, but if yours works better than mine, we're doing it.
We have a couple options. We can drink from the fountain of life.
That sounds terrible.
It is not delicious, I'll tell you that much. Or simply, you give me an hour to cast a little incantation and we're out.
So why can't you have done this before?
I needed permission from the people who sent me here to leave.
They're not giving you We might run into an issue. I don't know if they technically gave you express permission.
You're inviting me.
I'm commanding you. And then I throw the hat on the ground, and a gate hopefully opens up to the third layer where Malin and everyone else was.
Roll me a d6, Dio, on D&D Beyond.
I knew I was going to get away with my amazing, cool, badass moment that easily. That's a 5, baby.
Fuck.
Okay.
It's going to Calistown.
Buddy Cop episode with Dio and Thaben?
3-party way split?
As you put the hat down and the tetracolor wrap begins to envelop you with Thaben, it's not long before the two of you end up next to Balthazar, Malin,
Okay.
Rakesh, and Callus.
Dio Priest has returned, and his thrall is with him.
Thrall is
Hello,
an
David.
interesting choice of words.
Would you
Hello,
prefer
Malin.
minion? Henchman? We'll work it out.
Dio, this is the sexiest you've ever been.
I'm trying something new.
It's working for you.
Where is Ordinance?
Callus has it.
Oh, sorry, 1 second. Kidding.
It's in Callus' hand.
I just didn't know if it disappeared.
Oh,
Okay.
and Tobias, important part of the deal. You try to breach any form of our contract, I'm sure Callus can arrange you a
What's the
one-way trip back
contract?
home.
You can
Yep.
certainly try, darlings.
Without my approval. What was the contract?
You said it less than 15 minutes ago. You're not really the boss. It's fine. It doesn't apply to you.
I have a full-on
You
erection
wanted his
right
help,
now.
didn't you?
Malin. Jealousy does not look so cute on you.
Jealous of what, David?
Someone beat you to the punch.
What punch?
It was a team effort. Don't be a cock.
Anyways, what's your plan?
Hi,
Very
David.
curious.
Where is everyone?
Define
Welcome to Carceri,
everyone.
by the way.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here. We should perhaps get a vacation home for the summer months.
I was the only one who wanted to free you, Thaven. This took some convincing. Please do not act glib. This is dire circumstances. I know that we need somebody of your power, and I know how powerful you are.
I'm glad to see I'm being appreciated, at least.
Your power is appreciated. Your attitude is not. Here's what we need.
Because the same for you, darling.
I know.
Anyways,
Here's
who are
what
you
we
looking
need.
for?
We are looking for Lucian Moonshadow, Alanora Lightless, Haragash, and the Traveler, who are all potentially in here.
Interesting.
Do you
What can
know
you do to
those
help?
answers?
I don't know where your friends are. But, knowing your target, my guesses are on the depths of Carceri. They're in Agathis. The bigger the power, the lower you go.
Alanora is a mortal. The bigger the power. She's just a person.
We don't know
So
what
am
their
I.
plans are for them.
Were
They
you an
could be-
Agathis?
One above.
This seems outrageous.
They're not necessarily there because they're prisoners. They could be there because they're tools. Think about it. Your friend Lucian contains power that very few reach. He holds the book that he requires.
Well, I don't know that he holds the book right now. He's in a gem or some sort of jar full of cum or something. She doesn't say that.
Alanora
Champion.
It'll be filled with cum by the
Alanora
time I'm done with it.
is a powerful wizard
Dio gets
who was an
Ruby's
easy
revenge.
target because she was with the Emperor. So it's 2 for the price of 1.
What do you suggest?
My guess is they're being used in some form as protection.
So they're just soldiers right now.
I wouldn't even give
Alright.
them that honor. I would give them... They are glorified paperweights at this point.
Fabian, in your infinite wisdom, how do we travel between the levels here?
You have a couple of options. And he points off to the orbs in the far, far, far distance. You can fly between the realms, though there's thousands of miles between them. You can, as you have been, I'm sure, using some kind of arcane teleportation, you could wait 100 years for the ship of 100 to sail your way. Those are truly it.
It sounds like...
Do any of you... Sorry, go ahead.
Balthazar.
It sounds like the quickest way is to use the hat, which is probably out of juice, so we probably need to find a place here to rest.
Yes.
This whole time that all of this stuff has been happening, after he basically stabbed Dio and then immediately got to work setting up a camp. So yeah, there's like tents set up and stuff like that.
Balthazar,
I mean, if you're...
can you give us a little house?
I was going to do that already. That's fine. It only lasts like 8 hours though, so if now is the time to... We've just... Well, we had a bit of a day inside the thing. I guess we could be going to sleep now. I will start doing my little house.
If you're interested, I can just take us.
No.
I offered to bring me and your friend Dio back here, but he was eager and brought us first.
We don't have a way to get back out then. The purpose of taking the rest was in case we got into trouble and Vecna appeared before we were ready.
If I understand arcane artifacts well enough, I don't believe Mr. Priest's hat will promise to escapes.
But it's a chance that we do not have if we travel now.
I spent a lot of juice. It's going to take a... There's no guarantee it gains all of it back.
Well, we don't need all of it. We just need enough juice for one jump.
Yeah.
Perhaps we
and
set
Balthazar, if you give us a shelter for the night, for the day, night, whatever it is, would you have enough in you for another teleport spell? Because we don't want to put all our eggs in one basket, do we?
I can certainly teleport, but I don't think I can travel between realms.
But we could go back to another layer, couldn't we?
There's no circle for me to teleport us to.
Can't you make
it? It has to have a circle.
It has to have a circle.
I don't know how that works.
It takes a year and a day to make one.
Yeah, it's all very complicated.
Shit.
I had one made for the House of Light, or in the process of being made for the House of Light.
I forget sometimes that you have to like read books to do your magic.
Yeah. It sounds like the hat
Mine
is
just
the best
comes
way.
from my blood and charm and personality.
Yeah.
I just sort of wave my hand and it happens.
I can take us
It
there.
kind
if
of makes you
like.
way more impressive, Balthazar, honestly.
I can take us down. We can spend the night in Agathist. I can protect us from the cold.
Don't you think it would be better to spend the night here in a less
poison
dangerous-
sandstorm?
Can't you protect us here from that?
Yes, let me conjure my sand dragon form for you.
He's right. He has the cold thing down. I think, yeah, he makes a good point. I didn't think about that.
My domain
What's
is
Thaben
anywhere
wearing?
ice reigns. Thaben is in these like navy blue like slacks, for a better word, and a
His
flowing
crotch
kind
gets
of like
damp.
What?
Don't ever backtalk me or I'll continue to make you piss yourself. Listen. We said cut the glib. I was asking a question. I don't know your abilities. I dry his crotch.
I'm just
I
saying.
unpiss his pants.
I can keep us a little warmer.
I don't like how
Charlie.
you said that. Oh, that was Taylor, not him. I was like,
Charlie.
why is he singing?
Charlie cat.
Charlie. That's our cat. The other cat
I wanna
is not
see it.
my cat.
I want to see his chocolate factory. Where did you put Augustus Gloop, you cat? Where is he?
I can keep us warm. And we can at least get a visual on anything strange.
Okay. I vote for the Scaly
Dio,
Man's
anytime
plan.
Damon backtalks him, I'm gonna shit yourself.
We've broke Buck.
Wombat
That sounds
broke
like me.
Thank you.
So shall we just go then? I'm getting tired of trying to deliberate. We should just make a decision.
Let's go.
We could flip a coins.
No.
Heads we go, tails we stay.
Let's go down
Love
to
a
the
good
Agathis
gift.
place, and then he can
I
look
want
after
progress.
us while it's cold and
Yes.
sleepy. Then we'll
All
be
right.
ready.
Well then, and you watch as his hand kind of morphs into a claw. All down up to his forearm are these shiny blue scales, and his fingers are these long curled over nails as he rips into the air, dragging a blue arcane zipper with him. As he splits the fabric of the realm. Let's slide over to combat cams just for a few minutes.
I have no idea if these are going to work.
More to come.
Oh dear.
And you guys will come in on this side here.
This will do for now.
Also,
I'm not redoing them.
I should clarify. Buck does not believe that he has somehow made a pact with Thaben that he is in control of. Buck's not that dumb. Dio doesn't really understand how that works. He thinks he has a little bit of control.
Chris, you might want to zoom out on your map a bit.
I'm
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Holy
There you
shit,
go.
there's so much crap.
I told you it was big. Let me dig through my pile here. Hot boy. All right. Off in the distance.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Off in the distance, you see on the ice a single light orange colored penguin just minding its own fucking business. And it looks real out of place. Thaben looks to you all and goes, I think we've messed up. This area is not normally inhabited.
Okay. let's go back one step. I think you messed up.
Does the penguin hear them?
You hear some kind of noise.
Hey Rakesh, put your new eyes to the test. I bet you can't hit that penguin.
You sure about that?
Okay, guys. Everybody hold an attack.
I think
That penguin might. Guys, that penguin is on the 6th level of Carceri. We have no idea what horrors it's committed. Everyone, get your biggest weapon ready. We gotta take it out before it notices we're here.
There you go. Yeah, perfect.
I'm gonna take a snowball and just throw it because Kialis dared me to do it.
Yeah. Roll an attack.
I was joking.
Roll an attack, Thomas.
It's too late. The snowball's
Chain lightning on the penguin.
What do you want me to roll as, like, unarmed strike?
Just roll
or...
strength. Yeah, just roll unarmed strike.
I cast
we'll
immolation on the penguin.
So that's a 19 plus 8, 27.
Ooh. Balthazar and
say
Dale are
that
like
hits.
redneck hunters where they just fish with dynamite all the time.
It's
oh
not.
my god.
It's not like
Anawana, you feel roll damage, Rakesh.
She was standing
What
at
the
the
fuck,
edge,
man?
mind you. So like,
It knocks her out. She falls off the bridge.
I didn't took a snowball. I took a sharp ice pick. Yes, you know.
Yeah, just gone. Cleave.
Icicle like a ninja star.
So that's
Penguana.
1d8. 1d8,
Yeah.
28. That's a d10. might hurt harder.
I'm like Anawana, you get fucking knocked in the side of the penguin head with a snowball. And penguins only have 2 hit points. So you watch as this snowball, Rakesh, you chuck it. And it's a pretty decent throw. You get distance. You hit this penguin in the side of the head and knock a human out of it.
What the fuck? I look at my end and the snowball I threw. What happened there?
Did you just cast polymorph?
do you know the penguin that sounds like it goes shit? The way it honks just sounds like shit with all the little penguins.
I do.
Yeah.
That's the sound it makes as Anawanna's like
Yeah.
it's Anawanna.
You see this like orange colored Eladrin laying on the ice, just looking up at the sky, having like an existential crisis. I don't think that's... Is your friend a powerful mage? I don't think we've met Tobias Windspear, and you are sorry.
Rakesh.
He just conjured a woman out of a penguin.
No, I'm really powerful, so I didn't want to scare you.
I've seen a woman come out of a cake, but not out of a penguin. I'm thoroughly impressed.
I've seen a woman come out of a lot of things, but never a penguin. Holy shit! Wait. I think we know that woman. And then I run. Well, waddle.
So
I use my glamour to make my shoes into skates.
Wow.
Some important things of note here for this terrain. And please take note ahead of next session, okay?
Oh, okay.
The light blue texture below you guys
I see water.
is mostly water. And I'm going to put little text boxes while I type.
I'm a cat, I don't know what to do.
I'm good that I'm missing next session.
That's okay, I'm flying. I can fly.
The dark blue, I give up. The dark blue is 40 feet above the water. This
40.
is 30 feet above the water. This is 15 feet above the water. And it's cold. And off in the distance, as you guys see Anawana, you simultaneously see a very large circular platform with 3 massive blue crystal skull-like shapes with chains holding on to a vessel in the center.
Does that look like the vessel from the inside of Lucian's vision, maybe?
In the center, it's hard to say, but the crystal skulls on the outside are a bluish color. As you guys look out ahead of you, you see Anawana kind of waddling back your way, and we can return to RP cams for the rest of the session. You see Anawana kind of like waddling your way as Thaben looks around and goes, I think it's best we're seen, or not seen and not heard. And he just kind of raises up his arm again and begins carving some runes and sigils in the sky as you guys begin to get cloaked in a light blue energy, and he essentially just casts Tiny Hut.
Dio has used his glamour weave armor to make his shoes into skates, and he has skated over to where Anawana was.
Mm-hmm.
They'd
Holy
probably
shit.
meet right there then, because like she, after her existential crisis getting hit by something, she realized she got hit by something.
Yeah.
She's been alone for a while.
Holy shit.
What are the other things with the crystals? The numbers. What are those?
They look like decrepit beings. You're not close enough to get any defined features, but they are bipedal. If we were going to classify them in D&D sizes, they are medium. And they seem to be actively doing something. They are not stagnant by any means.
Anawana, why are you in Carceri?
I was teleported here.
What crimes have you committed?
None. The gods
You're
said I
literally
needed
on
to
the
come here and
worst
help you
level.
all.
You're literally on the worst level.
Wait, I'm in Carceri?
Oh my god, you don't even know. You walked into a supermax. Holy shit. Okay, Dio like puts her in front of him and starts like skating / pushing her along the ice. All the way back to the group.
Did you all meet the
Anawana.
gods too? They sent me here.
Yeah, it's underwhelming the third time.
Yeah. Third.
Anawana, this is Tobias. He's my henchman.
I didn't take you for that fight.
I wasn't, but manservant doesn't sound quite right.
Hey, Ben.
She frowns a little.
Yes, Malin.
With you out,
Yes.
what happens to Eclipsa?
She returns to her lovely, powerful self. Are you worried about her?
No.
What a shame. She speaks of you often.
Why would I worry about her? I'm sure she can take care of herself.
You're right.
seem to
She
think so.
can. She does. She's a very good mother to our daughter.
Unless she's going insane, and it has been removed from her. Of course.
No. She's doing just fine. I'll send her your regards.
Inside check. Did he lie to us?
About?
He told us that the baby had been removed from her because she was going insane. With him being in the flesh plane.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make
I
your
want
answer check.
to know. I want to know which one is right. Oh, not great. 17.
he does not appear to be outwardly lying.
But so which one was the lie, Thaben? Was it that she was going insane and the baby was taken away from her? Or was that she's a great mother and doing just fine on her own?
She is a great mother, and she is doing just fine on her own.
So you did lie to us in the castle?
I will never lie to you, Malin.
Both of these things cannot be true.
I will never lie to you.
Which is a lie.
Haven't lied to you yet?
Except that, so this is a bit of a circular conversation. So one of those things has to be a lie unless you can convince me otherwise. I don't understand how they can be simultaneously true. Can you please enlighten me?
She is an excellent mother to our daughter, yes. And she does have moments of non-clarity, yes. But she is also a strong, powerful woman, and she is fine on her own.
I was going to say, I don't mean to take the Frost Prince's side here, but I mean, my grandma, she's a nice lady, very powerful, can take care of herself, but sometimes she's not totally herself and gets the best of her.
Thaben in the castle in Nova Zemnia, yes, right? Nova Zemnia? Nope, New Azure. In the castle in New Azure, told us that the child had been removed from her care and was in the protection of their nanny.
Yes.
Eclipse was not involved with the raising of the child. I
At
fail
that time.
to see how she can be an excellent mother and not a mother.
Just because you're a good mother does not mean you're a good caretaker. There is a difference.
I don't believe there is.
It sounds like she made the right choice to have the child removed from her care, which...
That wasn't her choice.
You don't know whose choice it was. Unless you are involved in my... I said she was removed.
You said you removed her.
I think you need to mind your own, Malin.
I really don't care about your baby. Can we just, get on with this? No offense, but my god. From one absent father to another, man, you really, you got to just get on with it. I'm still drunk.
And we broke Buck again.
It was the leading up to it for me.
Now, what do you want to do in this situation?
You said we were going to spend a night in your safety because you were going to turn into a big dragon or something.
Don't think I said that, but I will definitely keep us safe.
We're going to sleep in him.
We're going to sleep in you?
No. Thaben?
Thaben?
I'm going to start making my own little tiny hut.
I hang out in Balthazar's tiny hut.
Can I sleep in while flying?
What would you guys like to do about this? What is your plan? What is your strategy? Surely you have an idea of what you're going to do.
Yeah, we do, but that's need to know.
Going in and
I'm going to spend all night formulating my perfect strategy, and I will let you know it in the morning.
Like we said, go hard or go home.
In the next session.
And I'm always hard.
And that's everything. We'll cast you later.
I guess the players
End the
are
stream,
dictating
Chris.
the flow
Quick,
of the,
quick, Chase.
flow of the
Quick,
session now.
quick, Chris. End the stream.
Not only are we holding Thaban hostage, Tay, but we are holding you hostage.
Donde esta mi vecna?
Oh god.
Quick, I have an idea. Chris, get ready. Chris, get ready to end the stream when I give you the code word.
Okay.
We kill Vecna, everything's okay, and we save the day. Chris, go! We never play an episode again. And everything worked out just fine.
The good ending.
And then, so next week we're going to go to the Fallen Star.
DM's dead.
DM's dead. We murdered her.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the Fallen Star, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to find the big bad, hold him hostage, make him kill another big bad.
So are we taking a long rest?
I think so. I think that's the plan.
I think...
Okay. We get a long rest.
Do we get a long rest, DM? Wow. Putting food in your mouth right when you're supposed to talk. Horrible coordination.
Mm-hmm.
Unmute Mike before food's done chewing.
Shut up. I'll come in there and kill you.
I have to respond to you. Come on.
If you want to take a long rest, you're more than welcome to try.
What the fuck's that mean? Listen.
I
Listen,
think,
you motherfucker. It's a button.
I think we need to get some charges back in the hat as a failsafe, and we shouldn't proceed until we have that.
Yeah.
So, I technically don't need to achieve a long rest to do it. It just has to be at dawn.
Okay. Because we spent most of the day, we spent quite a few hours of the day, because we woke up and then we waited for Rakesh to come back to life. Then we did some more hours, and then we did the jump. And then, so it's probably close towards when we would...
It is close to dawn.
Yeah. Well, when we would go take a long rest anyway, so...
The question is, as we wrap up the session...
Yeah,
do
I'll
you
fuck
take...
Fabian.
I mean, Bev.
Oh, sorry, that's not what you're going to say. My bad.
The question is do you take a long rest and just ignore what's happening on the outside?
What's happening on the outside?
Or do you...
The cage thing.
A handful of creatures are doing something.
Oh,
they're
off in the distance.
The blue...
Oh, are they moving? I did
Yeah.
not... Okay, I didn't get that.
Listen.
They're walking around. They're definitely not stagnant.
Okay.
Listen, we can't do anything. He's in a little jar. He's preserved. He'll be fine.
Unless they're using some of,
illusion.
unless they're like extracting his powers so they can do something to release the Vecna Man, then we really need to stop that like right now.
Minus the Vecna part, a less powerful Lucian doesn't sound too bad to me.
Look, man,
I'm not saying don't save him.
I put all of my chips on him like winning, so I really need this bet to come in, so I cast Chain Lightning on everyone.
Do you actually? Chris?
Yes. Because then I could leave this for all you to deal with next week.
No.
You're not even gonna fucking be here.
We will find something to do. You need to be here for this fight.
You cummy little boy.
We're gonna fight right now. We'll get it done. We'll get it done real quick. Just let's go. Let's go. Snappy turns. We got this.
Please, it is 12 o'clock and I
Yeah,
have work in the morning.
It's Wombat
No,
I'm worried about.
We'll get it done in 2 turns. We'll be fine.
Yeah, Chain Lightning just wipes them all out in one.
Am I in
Done.
range?
Easy.
I might be in range.
Okay, I have an idea. I'll pretend to be their boss. I'll walk up. I'll just dress up like Vecna.
Oh, yeah.
I pretend to be a
take
god
mass
once before.
suggestion this round?
I can't change mine.
No,
My
I'm talking
spells are
about
just my
Balthazar.
spell. Oh, Balthazar. Yeah. Just go up there, pretend to be the boss. I need to take this jar. Oh, I got an idea. We'll be a weird jar inspector group.
All I need to do is walk up.
Go up and tell them we need to inspect the jar.
Do you think Wagner can fly?
All I need to do is walk up next to
Yeah.
Anuana and then I can blast it off. It's
Can
within
you fly?
120 feet.
Can you fly? Buckley?
Yeah, I can probably fly. I can't fly.
Because I was about to say I can cast invisibility on myself and make you fly.
Just,
I really want to watch Rakesh and Dio try to go on them.
I think that invisibility and fly are both concentration, though, aren't they?
He gets to racially fly because of his hat, his mask.
My mask make me.
Oh my god, Wombat.
I have a fly speed.
Quick, my initiative is 18. Go.
we're not
This
doing
will
this.
not
are-
end today.
We're not doing
Okay.
this.
I promise you.
No, let Wombat go to sleep.
Yeah,
No.
it's midnight for Wombat, and he's got work in the morning.
Yeah.
And he has a proper
If
job where he has
he-
to get up at the crack of dawn, unlike me.
What are my cat doing? I'm gonna beat them up.
Alright,
Except Jordan.
Balthazar.
You heard it here first. Thomas is about to beat that pussy up.
First time for everything.
How many
Zing!
targets are there again?
Oh, done him.
There are 5 that you can see.
Okay. So consumption
We can afford
at
to
first
take a
level
nap.
does 1. Does that mean at 5th level it would do 5 or 6th level?
Which spell, sorry?
Consumption.
Never heard of that before.
What's that even mean?
Hang on, I'll
You're
post
gonna
it here.
eat these people?
Not quite, but also yes. There. It was in the spell list.
That's probably one of the fucking things that I've added.
I can remove it if need be.
I'm definitely not familiar with the spell.
Just eat them all.
Oh, it's one of the Blood Wizard spells
Oh,
from your book.
yeah.
Why is it under Druid?
Probably because it was
That's a-
attached to a druid spell as well.
Yeah.
Either way,
the blood moon.
Wombat needs to go. I also need to go quite soon as well.
Yeah, I definitely need to go.
We play till the same time every day. Chill out.
Wanna fight me?
Don't tell me.
It's an hour later for Wombat.
As we wrap up, Balthazar, do you really cast off Chain Lightning?
I really wanna. I really wanna.
I need a yes or no, Chris, right now.
One of us.
Not the Webkins.
Yes.
Okay.
Realizing,
We
seeing them moving around and realizing what might be in the jar. Yes.
Okay. As we end today's session with half of the group hiding in their own little on their own tiny huts, trying to get a rest in, Balthazar casts off Chain Lightning, and that's where we'll pick up next time we play. Oh boy.
You guys found out a one finally. Congratulations.
So
Listen,
sorry.
listen.
I thought you were on the first
Balthazar.
one.
No, it's
I thought you were
Listen,
catching up to
Balthazar,
us.
you dumb cuck.
That's me.
Thanks so much for everyone who watched and hung out. Thank you to the team, to the players, as always, for hanging around and playing. It was great as usual. We'll be here next week with another session. I forgot Chris is gonna miss it, and Callie misses the one after that. So you know what? We just go on as normal.
Prepare for a new subclass released, Warlock Pact of the Dio.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
very bad.
It's my next character.
Thabin is just going to be a Dio's going to be his patron.
Chris.
It's
Thanks so much for watching.
51 lightning damage for those who don't save, just so you know.
Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for playing. Tell somebody you love them. And we'll see you next time. Cast you later.
Get in the jar.
Just you never.
Get in the